welcome to an all new episode of SCNS Plays D&D.
Yeah!
We're gonna play D&D.
It's a good day.
On the show?
It's a gloomy day in Dallas,
and
but
we're going to film it. Mm-hmm.
Which show? SCNS Plays D&D?
Yes, it is.
And this is filming.
This is live.
Real film. That's how it works. Anyway.
And when do we take this film to the broadcast
Revolution
company so that it can be on everyone's TVs?
As soon as we figure out how to take all those shots and narrow them into the 1:1 ratio with the rounded corners.
Yeah.
I'm going to sell all my tours and start my own studio there.
Yeah. But like a
I'm using exclusive film cameras.
The laugh is not because I don't think the value is here. It's you would not.
I can't say that too loud. Sean at Dallas Vintage might like hear me and show up at my door like, what you got?
Yeah.
Technology is cyclical. No, it isn't.
That's fashion, I think.
Technology is cyclical, Liz.
Yes, happy holiday season. I'm so happy all of you are here. And because I have managed to shove off all of the work before we start the episode, we're going to start with an ad, Jason.
Yes, JTX Industries has all of your needs for D&D, and I have a new revolutionary product. Now, everyone loves their minis, right? They're made out of brass. I mean, they're copper, whatever. I don't know what they're made out of.
Mm-hmm.
They're made out of some pewter.
I think brass.
Pewter. And while they're awesome and people show the detail on them, we are introducing big minis. Yes, we have a whole assortment. Get your own. Like, here is a cleric in our line right here. As you can see, he even comes with a spiritual weapon. These are awesome. They are able to be posed. These are great. Like, we have a human fighter that you can choose from as well.
Oh.
Yes, I know. These are all original designs. We can do so much with these within limitations.
He's a shield specialist. That's cool.
A Dragonborn right here. I play a Dragonborn. So we all like those. We even have like some Paladin here, with his armor and everything. I tell you, JTX Industries is coming up with so many things these days. And these are available. And I know everyone's like, whoa, Jason, how much are we paying for these? Right now, we're releasing these at the low price of $80 a piece. Wow. I know, right? That is a bargain. For you to, look how much this stands out. Look, here's a standard mini next to one of JTX Industries' biggies. Look at this. Look at this. Just get your money to me right now. That's $80. $80. Anyway.
Now, what if we want to paint them ourselves? Do they only come?
Oh, no, you are able to customize these however you want once they come to you. Just a little bit of primer and your own paint, and you've got your own custom biggie figure. And we're also doing some druids. Like, this happens to be a spider druid. Totally original design.
Circle?
Huh?
What circle?
What circle?
Yeah, what circle?
I don't know. You can make that up. That's your business. Anyway.
Circle of Shadows.
I think I had that spider one on my shirt.
No, that's... How silly. That's the Amazing Spider-Man, a Marvel property that I would never, ever rip off because they have Disney money now. And I don't need that kind of heat on me.
They've had Disney money. It's been a minute.
Yeah, so anyway, yes, biggies are the new thing. I hope everyone gets their orders in. And yeah, that's my spiel for
call me biggies.
Biggies? Yeah.
Biggies.
Beginnies? I don't know. We're working on the name here.
Can I claim a small moment of time before the show starts?
Uh-huh.
I have an announcement to make. First of all, hello, Mom and Dad. Second of all, so for the upcoming Christmas time, my mom heard about the game because I've been telling her about it, and she wanted to take on a little project.
What?
Oh, yeah?
So...
What?
She made some dice bags for everybody.
No!
They should be in order around the table.
No!
But there's also a name tag, just in case I screwed up.
Mom, you're awesome!
Thank you so much. It's so
I can retire
there
my
is
Crown
more
Royal
here.
back.
And Kat, there's a little something extra for you under your dice bag.
Are these handmade?
And that's from me. Yes, they're handmade.
Oh, wow. Hey.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful color. I love it also.
Dark
Yeah,
we were talking about it. Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much. This is so pretty, and I'm gonna play this. I was already low-key eyeing it, like...
Oh, yeah. I knew I had to get it quick, because you might get it before I got to it. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you
Thank you,
so
Ginger.
much.
Thank you, Mom.
I love it. Mine is perfect for me.
Yeah.
Stop using like 5 tiny bags.
Oh yeah, it's a big.
Yeah, this has got some
Yeah,
weight
it's
in
like
it, man.
nice and wide so that you can easily access your dice without having to like
Yeah.
dig through it.
Hold on, did she make this by hand?
By hand, yeah.
That's beautiful.
No.
I didn't know your mom crocheted.
Wow.
Yeah, she picked it up, I think, during the pandemic. Maybe right before,
Same.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
I love it.
That's very sweet. Seriously, I'm always happy on stuff like this.
I would let her know that you said that, but she's watching right now, so she knows.
Thank you, Mom.
She knows.
You're
It
gonna
says
have to
3
teach me
watching
this
now.
box stitch.
Oh? I wonder if she's open to giving lessons. Who knows?
And I'm going to do her favor now and say,
I feel like a
don't teach
Genshin
it to
Impact
me.
character.
I'm a terrible crochet student.
Okay.
She
Cast
tried
can
real
sign
hard.
off on
It went
that.
very
Like,
poorly.
I have not been able to get it.
Oh, I'm supposed to be monitoring the chat.
So, I just feel like I can't call enough attention
Yes.
to it. I'm so happy.
Cast
I
it.
love the little tassels. I
Cast
could
it.
almost
Cast
make
it
one
the
of
same
these
time
ropes,
already.
but they're like doubled, and I can't do that.
Hmm.
I can only do the tiny thin rope. Anyway, what happened last time?
Time for the
The
recap.
recast.
Sorry. The
She was so
I didn't.
overwhelmed by the gift.
I'm the recaster.
That's not a different joke.
Sorry. Okay. Trido. We arrived in Trido, exhausted and beaten, and we met Brana's lovely family, parents and sister, and also Patrick. We had dinner and baths. I got my hair cut. Bridget clearly knows about Azra's mark and was out with the O'Malley girl who came back from the same university and has been acting different. We discussed that might be a real bad sign that she could be aligned with or even be the Oblex that we fought in the library. We did detect thoughts on everyone, and they seemed okay, and the king told Brana's parents the truth about who he is.
Which she won't stop doing every time you get somewhere.
Every
You're like, "Oh, I
time.
don't know if it's a good idea.
We're
And
like,
he's like,
"Oh."
I'm the king.
This is our Lord Bandlebrit. Nope.
That's a different
It's a whole different thing.
Dungeons and Dragons
That's
show.
sorry. That's Dimension 20. What is his
I
name?
get us mixed up all
His
the
name
time.
is
too.
Zephod Babelbrox.
Yeah.
Lord
He's
Reichenbach the Third.
Whose name? The king?
Yeah, his
Del-
fake
Lord
Rick.
Babadook.
Oh, sorry. I was
Antoine.
making sure that it worked.
Antobon
His fake name
is
was
his
Autobahn.
disguise name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we keep saying Lord Antobon. He's like, lol, no, I'm the king. It's not helpful. And that's the
Not trying to.
that's the recap.
And then what happened at the very end?
We decided we were
Y'all
gonna
wanted to do
go-
something stupid.
We determined that what we needed to do was do a subtle and brief scope out of the O'Malley girl, and that it should be probably Brana and Azra, because it is not safe for that to be near the king, and we need to figure out if that's what it is. And Alabroth objected strongly, and then
Thank you.
we cut right there.
And the
Did you get
king
yours? It
said,
was
go
on the
find
table
out.
already.
Yes,
That's right.
He did. He said we need to do it.
Yep, and that's where we close
That's
off.
the recast.
The Recassia?
The recap. No, just the recast.
But she helped.
No.
I'm sorry, I tried.
Recast
You
part
get
2, Electric
exclusivity
Mia.
when you come up with better names. And that is where we left off. So, picking up again from really more or less right there, it is about 9 in the morning, maybe-ish. It is, the sun is shining, at least somewhat, on the snow. And if you look out the window, it is kind of blindingly bright. Yeah, and it's not super cold, and most of the village is pretty well equipped for snow, but you know that they're probably not going to shut down anything they would normally be doing. And the king had tossed Azra his mask and said go find out, but I don't think you'd really settled it within yourselves, because like Alabroth was still protesting and people were coming down one way or another, so You're still in the like living room serving area. Everybody's there, but Kian and Saoirse and Patrick and Bridget are all giving you guys some space, cleaning up after breakfast, and that's where we pick it up.
I catch the. Is it a circlet right for the mask? Or is it just a mask?
It's yeah.
Okay.
It's,
Like
a
Phantom style.
yeah.
Okay, I catch
Except full.
the mask and I look at Alibroth who said, "You heard the king."
I do not care.
What is your objection?
I start moving towards Azra. This thing killed you.
Mm-hmm.
And I barely was able to bring you back to life.
But you did. It is powerful, yes, but what are we supposed to do? Just run from it? Or it needs to be dealt with at some point.
Even if we don't deal with it today, we need to know if it's nearby. This is a danger to the king.
Yes, we're not going
also,
to go
all
confront
of
it
the
now.
people in town.
I'm not going to just sit by and let my town go into danger like that.
Protect the king like you protected me.
Sometimes the level of your bravery causes me great distress. And I grab Azra's shoulder.
Oh,
Bahamut, protect this one. Do not allow her to die again. And I cast Death Ward.
What does Death Ward do?
Death Ward will basically, in case you get deleted, you will not be reduced to 0. You will reduce to 1 hit point. Its duration is 8 hours. I'll need my sigil and a vocal command to cast it.
Dope.
So
Azra stops casting Firebolt after you grabbed her.
Octavia puts down her staff.
do not die.
Do I have like an understanding of what happened, what the spell was that he just cast on me?
No, not inherently, because it's not like a wizard spell. It's up to Alibroth if he told you in the moment what it does.
I do explain that this will prevent you from being completely killed. But should something happen, you need to exit immediately. Brana, I can't do this again.
I understand. I'll make sure everyone is fine.
And, yeah, that's all I can do right now, so. Yeah, anything else I want to save. And I'll just go and sit down and just kind of.
So the king had kind of walked off for a minute, and he kind of comes back and he's like, "So how does it work with the disguise and the?"
Will that thing on your forehead go away?
I've tried it before, it will not.
Even if you cover it up?
That's what it is designed to do. It cannot be covered up. I could perhaps walk backwards. It would accomplish the effect.
What if you put... Hold on.
Does anyone ever tried a hat?
What if you... Yeah.
Didn't you have
because
a bandana on your head?
You
when
tried with
healed?
your shield,
If it disguises...
and it didn't work.
If it
when you first met me.
disguises... Does that mean you can...
Could you change the shape of the symbol?
Could you
As a
could
part
you
of the
make
disguise?
it to where the back of your head is your face? I mean, technically...
And I put all my clothes on backwards and then just
Well,
kind
it
of...
doesn't matter because it's illusion. Just do like that James Wan movie.
That
Or,
That's an interesting idea, what you mentioned. What?
safer idea.
I think it's a
Just
great idea.
picturing in my head the monstrosity of somebody trying to pretend like their back is their front. It's just like, it would be the creepiest thing. Like,
I mean, you could
you
you could do like a SpongeBob run just by holding your arms up normal. Just run like this, walking backwards.
Okay, I'm thinking more like a Naruto run.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
No. basically you just hold your hands on your hips, and that way it's in the same body line. And you
Just try and make it. And I'll need to go like that, but if people look too closely, they'll see something's up.
Whatever you're going to do, you should do it within the time of that spell, and then get back here.
Joe, let's argue
course.
for 7 hours.
Perhaps you could make some other little symbols around it so it looks like it's a tattoo instead of
Yes.
an evil mark.
Yeah,
Well,
just-
not an evil mark, but you know what I mean.
rather than trying to cover it up, just disguise it among several other identical things. That could work.
Yeah, or if you're able to alter what it looks like so that instead of being the same symbol, it's a different one, so you're not easily or instantly recognizable as the same person.
Well, I think
I don't know if that would work. It seems like
yes. If I
probably
still look
not.
mostly the same, but the details of this are, I'm not sure that's going to confuse many people.
No, I mean like your face would look different, and
Oh, by
so
everything.
would that.
Hmm. Didn't part of Az's research into the Oplex, didn't that already reveal that the Oplex sees through illusion, though? It has true sight or something?
I think they have that. It does have detect thoughts.
I remember you telling me
Maybe
it probably shouldn't be...
blindsight. Let me double check and see.
I think you told me illusions and enchantments I should probably refrain from, because they would not be useful.
Oh, like in the character creation?
Yeah.
Yes.
It does have...
Blindsight.
Oh, blind sight, but not true sight.
I want to use
It doesn't just see through
motivational
illusions?
speech,
See invisible
but
things?
I want to use motivational speech.
I
but
think
gotta-
we steered away from illusions because in between blindsight and detect thoughts, it would seem pretty...
Okay, so illusions could work. Okay.
They
Then
may not automatically be able to see it.
maybe I just... Maybe part of the disguise is like a vibrant, glowing blue headband, perhaps?
Oh, yeah.
It would still stick out, but at least I would not be recognized by the mark itself.
Mm-hmm.
It would just look like some sort of gauche, magical fashion statement.
Okay.
Better
Oh.
than nothing.
Is it, though?
What if you were both sort of ostentatious?
Can't you just put a hood over your head?
We already
no.
went over this. It doesn't hide the
No.
mark.
Hey,
It burns through, not literally, but it
Shines through.
yes, it shines through anything that would cover it.
Octavia puts her hand.
Yeah.
are you not accustomed to just telling people to mind their business?
Is Bridget still
I
here?
do, but some
I don't know.
Dragonborn
That's
are
a
resistant.
question for-
Well, Ronnie's asking Brana.
Oh,
How dare you?
is Bridget still here?
Yeah, she's around.
I
I'm
recall in
sorry.
our first
What?
meeting.
You could disguise yourself as Bridget, perhaps, so that you don't draw undue attention to yourself, and you could disguise yourself as a different traveler with your gauche magical accessories.
Yes.
And then go find the O'Malley girl, do a quick detect thoughts thing, find out if there's anything sketchy, and if it doesn't seem like there is, possibly talk to her, and then get back here like ASAP.
Of course, yes. This is just reconnaissance. We are not engaging.
Yeah.
Bridget says, it's worth noting that she's not especially eager to talk about her experience at the academy, which would make sense no matter what the reason for her coming back is, actually.
Okay, did she tell you why she came back or no?
She didn't go into detail. Was just reticent to talk about it at all. She just said it didn't work out. She seems sad about it, but also just kind of, dull.
Okay.
Anything?
Your status as an outcast from the same school might be a point that you can bond with if she's not a villain in disguise.
Well, if we determine that she's not anything, untoward, then we may not need to engage at all.
Anything I should avoid? Or do you not want me impersonating you?
you should, for her sake, you should probably avoid a situation in which she thinks you're very attracted to her.
Oh.
That won't work out for me.
I could just use what I've been using for traveling as my disguise, the black hair.
Would you talk to two strangers, though?
Yeah, but being as Bridget could be our way in if we do need to discuss.
We also didn't want it to be known that there were guests in the house over here.
We already determined, I thought that would be hard to hide. What with she kind of glances at Alabroth and she's like, any number of guests this size would have been purchasing additional food.
Is there more food?
It would be hard to hide, but it would probably be best not to draw attention directly to it.
No more attention than necessary, yeah.
Yeah, given who's traveling with us.
Definitely, and hiding your numbers and would probably be wise as well. I'm just saying they're going to know probably that something's up and around.
Why not send Octavia and Brana on this mission?
We need Altra.
You want me to go talk to someone?
We need Altra to...
Your stealth would be...
We need Altra to look into the mines. And I knew the town.
No.
Spells don't last
I
forever.
still
We should
object.
hurry.
I
8 hours is plenty, I think.
I could just go as myself and be a distraction.
Whoa.
I could just go as myself and be a distraction while Altra hides in the shadows and reads the mines.
That could work.
The only thing that the Obelix is going to get off my mind is just... So, she'll be alright.
Although a distracted mind, it might be harder to actually perceive what I want to from it. It may just be thinking about what has drawn its attention and not its own internal thoughts, and that's what I really need to get into. I need to know what it's thinking regularly when it does not believe it's being observed and when it's not distracted. So yes, let's
Subtle.
go find us an O'Malley girl.
Oh, before I change my mind.
I guess I'm Bridget now.
And I am a rich woman who isn't that rich, so she needs to go to small towns to flaunt her stuff.
The O'Malleys are leather workers, if that's helpful. Regardless of if it's helpful, they're leather workers.
She's wearing a
So-
leather jacket and a glow-in-the-dark blue bandana on her head.
Do you have like a big fringe?
Oh, you know it.
Does the fringe match the headband?
You know what? I don't imagine this character having that good of fashion sense. I think she doesn't want anything drawing attention away from this.
Only Coral will get this, but they look like the Young Bucks. Wrestling reference.
You're right. Only
Bridget
Cora would
looks
get
at
that.
you and is like, I would suggest maybe something that is like ostentatious throughout. Like, maybe. That's just me.
Leather jacket and leather skirt.
I'm just saying the more things on you that are glowing, the less weird it is that your face is.
Maybe like a bright pink sash or something.
Does pink and blue, does that go together?
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure. Okay.
You want to look flashy.
Okay.
Wait, don't you wear a bright pink sash?
No, I was just thinking about the fact that Azra would know that blue and pink go together
But Christian does not.
because Azra's not colorful.
That's true.
That's true. Wrestling reference again. We'll only get Asuka's hair.
Actually, I get that too.
I do get that as well.
Oh,
Asuka's awesome.
Asuka's the best.
Oscar from Evangelion? What?
no.
Different Oscar?
Different.
Very different Asuka.
Very different Oscar? Got it.
This Asuka could beat up Evangelion Asuka.
Everybody in the room.
Evangelion Oscar's a 14-year-old.
Everyone can beat him. That's right.
I mean,
Including
Matt,
Ray.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially Ray.
Ray could, yeah.
Ray can take anybody.
Anyway,
Anyway.
So what does she look like? Paint us a full picture.
Okay, so she's got a glow-in-the-dark blue bandana across her forehead. She has blue nose piercing, like the little ring, the nose ring,
Septum
a septum piercing. That's not glow-in-the-dark blue. It's just like a very shiny, like chromy blue sort of thing. And her features are much softer than they normally are. She's changed her eyes to pink. And yes, she's wearing like a pink leather. I guess we're in a magic world. Pink leather jacket, and she's got like silk
Pajamas.
pants that flare out at the ankle, 70s style. And
Is she human?
still human, yeah. Azra wouldn't want to be something that she's like a different race, because then she may not know how to act in that race, you know what I mean? Human.
Culturally, plus she can't see in the dark. And
Yeah, and even just like the
so-
movements, like a Dragonborn would walk differently than a human.
Yeah. You can't all be Jira on stilts as a couple.
Yeah. And yeah, I think she took y'all's idea with the tassels, right?
Fringe.
Fringe, yeah, the fringes, and off the pink jacket, those are going to be blue, and those will glow just like the bandana does because they're cloth as well. And the buttons on the it's like a button jacket, and the buttons are like silver.
What is your passive insight, Azra and Brana?
Oh, my passive insight's probably like I don't know, not great.
Dog shit.
Yeah. Insight.
Actually, you would need passive perception, Brana.
My passive perception is 16.
Oh, it's a 12. It's not
you don't
negative.
notice much, Brana. You noticed your parents kind of like, you guys made all your money in very practical, beautiful, simple kind of styling, and your parents are both like, oof.
I kind of shoot them
It was like convincing, I guess. Yeah, that's it.
It is certainly an eyesore. It will be not noticeable.
Please steer me away from any mirrors. I don't want to see myself right now.
Oh, you're going to have a look at yourself after.
Okay, if I must.
That's
But
right. It's over.
does the sign is it so showing through, or is it properly concealed?
Camouflaged.
Camouflage, yes.
With the whole like
see
glowy
well.
bandana, like if somebody were to get like close enough and actually inspect it, then yeah, they could probably tell. But like on a surface level, from a distance of like normal conversational distance, yeah, it's definitely passable.
Okay. All right, let's go do this.
All right.
You and me, buddy.
We'll be. We'll be back.
Bye. Are the rest of you going to stay there?
What should
all
we
of us,
do?
all of us stand out like a sore thumb. So we definitely shouldn't go into
Well, not
town.
me. I look like every normal Dragonborn.
How many Dragonborn do you figure stay in this tiny little town?
Are at least 5.
Probably not.
I may need to practice the accent with you on the way.
How far
I
are
don't
we
think
from
you need
town?
to worry about an accent
No.
if you're supposed to be a
You're in it.
traveler anyway.
Okay.
Good point.
Octavia's just gonna go onto the roof.
I'll notice Octave. No, where are you going? Just could everyone stop splitting up?
I just want to.
If
Al
I,
starts pacing.
I mean, you would know before you go that you're not going to be able to see. Like,
Not gonna be able to see very far.
it's not like
I just know
it's
it was the
not like
biggest
a-
house in town.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not a big town. It's like 800 people-ish. But still, like, it is separated a little bit, like the marketplace area from...
Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to see them the whole time or anything. I'm just trying to get
I mean, you're welcome to go up there. I just
Yeah.
didn't want
Find a
you to get up
crow's
there and be
nest.
like, "What do I see?" You'd be
Oh
like,
yeah,
"Well,
no. I'm just
What are
trying to
your
keep an eye.
LFIC
If something catastrophic happens, I want to know.
Yeah, I was trying to look up clairvoyance to see if I could like follow, but it looks like something following them. So
You can cast it
I'd have to have been
up
there.
to a mile.
I'd have to have been there.
Wait, really? I thought clairvoyant, the thing could only be seen if you had true sight.
Uh-uh.
Oh, it could just okay.
No, that's
If I try to go hunting, are you going to have a conniption?
invisibility.
Yes. Why are you trying to leave too?
We eat a lot of food. I could trap some rabbits.
We just stay together for just the time being.
Rabbits don't hibernate.
Al just starts pacing more, just like.
I expect you'll be back within the hour. There's no need to go off and do different things.
Bridget's like, I guess I'll just stay here for the next hour.
That's probably
There could be
Yeah.
questions.
Perhaps away from the windows.
Yeah.
Do I sound like you, dear sister?
no.
She looks around at everybody else like, anybody else gonna take that?
No, you don't. You
This guy stuff
doesn't.
actually does.
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay.
Oh, Disguise Self does the voice
It
mimicry.
does.
Nice.
He's being an asshole.
It's like, maybe if you stop trying, that would be better, because whatever that was.
I just wanted to get the perfect amount of grate in your voice. All right, let's go. Bye.
Ooh, okay, all right.
Go.
That's me walking.
Okay.
I'm gonna climb up on the roof
Oh, yeah,
with
you're right.
Octavia.
I go up to the roof because that's where everyone is.
They can't all be okay.
No.
I don't know if you can get on the
disadvantage on stealth.
Will the
What roof
roof
is stealth anywhere?
will the roof hold Alabroth is the big question.
Excuse me, that's very offensive.
Is it?
That is a very
You don't
fair
like
question.
being the biggest, strongest boy in
No,
the pack?
that's offensive to the architecture of this home. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
so yes, I go where they're going because I'm like, everyone's trying to split the party here.
So you guys take off. It is like, it's not that far. It's like a few hundred yards. It's more the fact that like that it's blocked off by the other rooftops than anything else. But yeah, it takes you maybe like 5 minutes. Do you talk on the way there? You kind of like, what's the vibe between the two of you?
How much do you know about this O'Malley girl, other than what Bridget has told me and yourself? Nothing?
I've never really paid attention to her, honestly.
Okay. Well, flying by the seat of our pants a little bit, but
It'll be alright.
She was pretty studious, and you avoided like everyone. So
Yeah.
hmm.
She really likes books. I think y'all will get along right.
I didn't really speak to her in school, so
Well, you don't have to have spoken to her to be able to, talk about leather.
yeah. I feel like this might have been a bad idea, but it's the idea that we went with, so we're going.
Little late to change now.
Yes. High charisma and intelligence, low wisdom. That's Ezra.
Duty.
Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's okay. I also have a low wisdom. It's fine.
Shocked, I say.
Using magical abilities to see through stuff. Otherwise, your host.
We were meant for this job.
So you get there. It's a little nice one-story Bavarian white building with a dark brown like trim all around it. It says in very nice large leathered covered like wooden sign. It says O'Malley's leather fashioning, and it says custom work below it. And you've probably been there a couple times, but
What was her name? I forgot already.
her name is I don't think I said
Nobody
it.
said her
Just
first
the O'Malley
name.
girl, over and over
Her-
again.
Name is Siobhan.
Siobhan?
Siobhan. Siobhan.
Nice.
I'm sorry. What was the name of the place again?
It's just O'Malley's.
Leather fashion.
Leather goods?
Leather
Leatherworks?
Leather works. Custom leather works.
Okay, thank you.
I just had a thought. Why are we here? What's our excuse?
Well,
If I'm getting leather work done, I will need to give them a sample of the leather, but this isn't real. So,
you're looking for a new leather jacket.
new. Okay.
Thinking about you're thinking about maybe getting some custom work done.
Mm-hmm.
And I will ask specifically for Shaban
Mm-hmm.
so that I can flirt with her a little. To talk with her.
I thought Bridget said you weren't supposed to flirt with her. Don't let her think that. You know, I don't have siblings, but I've heard about this before. Okay.
If the O'Malley girl is interested in my sister,
Mm-hmm.
the only way to keep her out here might be to talk to her a little bit.
Mm.
That might be a little flirty.
And then I'll make a big huff about how the work that they are doing isn't good enough, and that will be our cue to leave, so that nothing will actually be touched or interrogated, and we won't actually have to buy expensive leathers.
Oh, there you go. Well, they won't work on anything or cut any leather right away. They'll do measurements, or they will.
We can't afford for them to do measurements right now.
Or they will talk. Just tell them. Or it's a consultation. They're going to talk with you, see what you want, see if they've got what you want.
Mm-hmm.
Work that out before they would take any measurements. That would be after a down payment. But I believe in your abilities to stretch that out a little.
Of course, yes.
So
I forgot my money back in my large carriage.
don't
and I'll
lay
have
it
to-
on too thick.
Nope. Okay.
You'll
I think we're past that. We need to continue laying it on thick for consistency.
Oh, fair enough. You know, I trust you and your abilities. So
Thank you for being here. All right, let's do this.
It wouldn't be unheard of that somebody came to you about custom work or even mass production work, and you guys don't specialize in leather, and so yeah. But yeah, you go to this shop. It is open. You just walk in. Okay, you walk in and it's conveniently actually it's a whole. They have a storefront and it's pretty shallow, and then in the back they're drying leather and sewing it, and Siobhan is actually just sitting there. She has one of the rolly all leather all things that puts holes in, usually weight 4 or 5 leather so that you can string cord through it. Appears to be working on some sort of flourish for a boot or something like that. She looks up when you guys walk in. She registers mild surprise.
I waved her. Oh, good morning.
Hello.
Hello!
Roll and make an insight check.
Okay.
I want to see how much of her reaction to this you pick up.
That's a 10.
With the 10, it's you think you did a pretty good job. You nail the kind of reticence to continue the conversation that you see people constantly have with Octavia. So you probably nailed it.
Nice.
I'm gonna murder you and your slave.
I have a deadbolt.
Hello.
We didn't come up with a name. Oh, my friend Lily here came by the house to see if she could get some custom work done. However, we don't work with leather. Thought this would be the better place.
Yes, I was traveling through this town and I met the wonderful Bridget on my way in, and I thought this might be a good place to stop and see what sort of local wares were available. As you can see, I'm a very fashionable woman, and I'm always looking for secret little fashion statements I can pick up in my travels. And my name is Lily.
Deception check.
Oh God, no!
You have advantage because you're in a disguise.
Ugh.
Okay, so deception.
Yeah.
That was a 13.
Ooh. We're
We've-
going to rollies because she got a 10. She has +3.
Is it just flat dice, or do we add bonuses too?
We'll do just flat because you'd probably be better off, right?
No, I have a plus to deception.
Yeah, but
This
is
one,
it +3?
this went south.
Plus
quick.
5.
Oh, then yeah, we'll do a few bonuses.
Just do it again.
Oh
That's a
God.
12.
3.
Ugh.
So
she just thinks you're a weirdo.
so distracted
Yeah.
by all this thing, other than mild amusement at the, the fashionable statement.
hmm
She's like, okay. And she kind of like glares at Bridget a little bit like, yes, we do all sorts of leather, everything here. Yes.
All right. Do you have any samples I could take a look at? And as I'm speaking that, I would like to subtle cast detect thoughts.
What if subtle cast means like they just don't see any of the signs, right? Like
Yeah, it
just
means
flat out.
yeah, it means there's no cues that I am casting a spell right now. I
Okay.
sort of like weave it into what I'm already doing.
No VSM.
Yeah. Well, there would be materials, but I don't have to I wouldn't have to pull them out of the bag. Like they would just kind of dissolve in my component pouch or something like that.
That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, so she goes, well, we do have, and they have a couple of mannequins out, in kind of head to toe leather, like you might see in a Texas boot shop or something. That is, obviously nobody would wear all of that together usually, but it's just an example of it. And there are some colored leather pieces on there as well. And she starts saying that, and you're on the surface level immediately, right?
Yeah.
On the surface, she's thinking, well, Bridget said she came to the house, and she said she happened to meet her. That's weird. And that's about it. And also, and what in the fuck is she wearing? This is... Could I even make something that awful?
On principle.
Yeah. But that's really mostly it on the surface. It's just this is weird. I don't know what's going on, but I don't have any reason to be concerned. And she keeps glancing at Bridget. And I guess you probably would also catch that she's surprised to see her again that soon.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it. I didn't think last night went that well.
I had a question. Our understanding of the Oblex is that when it takes somebody, it also gains their memory, so it could act like them. It could blend in and act like them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which means it would also have their thoughts. So surface level, this still could technically be the Oblex.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to, just with the severity of the situation, I'm going to dig deeper.
Okay.
Damn it! I thought we were out of the woods on this crap.
It's a wisdom save.
She's gonna know.
Duh. Only if she succeeds, I believe. Yeah, let me double check that, because if fails, but it's motionless. If it succeeds, spell ends. Oh wait, either way, the target knows that you're probing into its mind.
Still got it.
Do I got?
Here we go.
Okay, I've got a good excuse. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're still gonna. It's a
Violate
wisdom 14.
We're gonna roll in front of the table.
Oh!
There's a +2.
Did you turn on the tracking before you No, that's not.
No, just because it's the one roll.
So we need
+2,
it lower than
and
12.
It's a 14,
Yeah,
so 12 or lower. The odds are in your favor.
But lower than 12.
5!
Yay!
Hey!
Whew.
This is very nerve-wracking.
Okay.
So you dig deeper.
You're not
what are
even
you
here.
looking for?
I'm still hearing it.
I am looking specifically.
I'm a big red monster.
Are there other
Leave
skulls that are
the
gone?
memories. And
If it fails, you gain insight into its reasoning, emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind.
I'm a big red monster.
Loom large.
So yes, I'm looking. I'm trying to see if there's any sort of like mental process that is like, I need to pretend to be this. I need to pretend to be this girl named Siobhan. Anything like that. Or if perhaps, I guess another thing I might be looking for is also, I'm here to complete a secret mission. I can't let anyone know. Something like that.
The emotional state that you get from it is one of like feeling kind of just depressed, defeated and depressed by the you don't know a lot as to why depression thoughts can be kind of flat. Detect thoughts is pretty subject to like you steering the conversation. So you don't pick up anything like that of the pretending to be or completing a secret mission. The only thing you really pick up is like a trying to keep her mind on track for what she's doing, and you can sense that she doesn't really care about this work much.
I'll, as part of steering the conversation, I will ask, where did you receive your training? Have you been doing this your whole life?
Most of it, yes. My parents are the main ones, and you can hear some sounds coming from the back room. It's like low talking noises. You don't know what they're doing.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm enjoying the
Something
ominous
other.
thunder as this plays
Yeah.
out.
Yeah. And you spent your whole life here? Have never wandered out and seen the wide world of fashion?
You're a weirdo, you know.
Not helping, Bridget.
That you get a kind of a barrier thrown up of like, why are you asking that? But she keeps her face pretty neutral, and she is a good looking girl. She's probably like 19 or 20. She's got like she has really long red hair. It's pretty curly, kind of not quite brave curly, but like longer, and she's got like really big green eyes and just very delicate features, and just like a little smattering of freckles across her nose, and very high cheekbones, and she keeps her face neutral, but she looks at you and she goes, I mean, I've traveled some. It gets, not a lot happens around here.
Is she thinking about the places that she's been outside of town? Perhaps Strassus at the academy?
She's thinking about, there's a couple places that you recognize as they could be between here and Strassus. You don't know for sure because there's no like specific, like highly specific, but the roads look similar. And yeah, she thinks about something you recognize as one of the entry-level classes or something in her dorm. So yeah, you get little flashes of it, but also a couple places you don't recognize, other small towns. And
Okay.
could feasibly be in this area or not too far, but are not known to you specifically.
Okay. I will abruptly, like mid-sentence for her, I will end the spell, which should let her know that I was fiddling in her mind, perhaps.
It does.
Could have used that phrase, but
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
no. Yeah.
And she
Devil went down to Georgia.
she looks up at you like surprised with like a why.
And she like slaps her fingers when she ends the spell and is like, "Okay, I have seen all I need to see. I don't think you have the inspiration that it takes to service me. Good day." And then just
As
abruptly
she
leaves.
walks out, she's like, "Hang on."
Oh boy.
Like,
You stop.
I guess there was a moment where Az was like, "What?"
Once again, thunder.
and then like tries to like get back into character, and go like, over her shoulder.
She goes, first of all, whatever this is, I'm not worried about if I can copy it. Secondly, what the fuck? Who are you? What are you doing here?
My name is Lily, and I am a traveler.
Oh,
Hang on.
shit.
I'm just gonna.
She's getting out the angry.
I'm really letting the dice speak for me right now, and not the roleplay.
She cast Dispel Magic on you.
I didn't think it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I counterspell?
I'm gonna see what components it has.
What components?
No, I'm gonna say no because your back was turned. You were walking.
Oh,
So she just kind of like-
Oh, okay. In combat, if Az was facing the wrong direction, she can't counterspell it.
No.
You're not in combat.
That
Precisely,
only
the rules are
hits
even-
Azra, right?
It only
Loser.
hits us.
Okay, cool.
Here we go. So,
All right.
uh-huh.
Well,
And I'm gonna say, and I don't know exactly what the rules are if it's like a magic item, but the magic item will continue to work, just not
Yeah, it
in the
doesn't.
moment.
Yeah.
do I even have to spell?
Yeah, and she magical effect within range. Yeah, so once
Effect, yeah. So yeah.
And then her face does register surprise. She's like, what are you doing here?
Azra does a full pivot, I guess, to face her. Siobhan? Right? From school. You went to the academy.
Uh-huh.
Do you recognize me?
Yes, you have the...
Would she have seen me after that?
That would be the gym.
I don't think anyone would
Right
see
out
me
the
after
door.
that.
Oh, after that. No, it's feasible that she would have heard of it, but she does recognize you.
Oh yeah, probably everyone heard
You
about it.
stood
Yeah.
out. Kind of a bitch. And
Yeah.
whatever. And she,
No, she had to be likable. Otherwise, how could she get close enough to the smart kids?
I feel like there were tiers of whatever. She's a little younger than you, and she wasn't in her junior year.
Yeah.
So she was like a freshman. You were an upperclassman, so you were
Yeah.
likable within your niche.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Gotcha.
kind of had an attitude maybe with the younger ones.
Yeah, for sure.
And she's like, but yeah, she asked what you're doing here, and then she just registers like surprise and shock, and she kind of glances at Bridget a couple times, but like
I am pretending to also be shocked.
the last thing that she expected. Roll me a deception check.
I will.
Who is this person?
She's gonna
Who
roll
came here
insight
with
at
me?
disadvantage to that because she's paying a lot more attention to Azra. Oh, she rolled a nat one.
Nice.
17.
Hey,
Ooh.
you nailed it. You look so shocked.
I'm sorry for the deception for both of you.
Well done.
Thank you.
Since I've left the school, I've been involved with a certain group. We've been looking for somebody, and they are able to disguise themselves, look as other people.
Did they do a better job than you did?
Well, I don't normally go in disguise, okay? That was not my forte.
Obviously.
Savage.
Bridget's switching sides so they may stand together against Ezra.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it would be their main major skill set. And there was a rumor going around that you were acting weird, and newcomer in town, but also someone trained in the ability to read minds. I thought I would come scope it out.
So the rumors are true then that you just, instead of, asking a question or getting to know someone, you just try and skip all that and just do the minds thing. It's good to know you've changed since the academy.
Well, it serves a better purpose now than it did then. I guess.
Yeah, they're not too concerned about what you do after you leave the academy, it turns out, no matter the means. So.
That's certainly true.
Hmm.
So sorry about that. It was just a suspicion I
Mild
needed.
surprise that you actually apologized. But she didn't know you well. It was just not what she expected from probably any upperclassman.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're not in class anymore, so. How have you been?
She sits there for a second. She goes,
Fight.
well, I'm here, so things, work out for everyone, I suppose. Doing leather work.
This is your idea of working out?
Pumping iron, perhaps.
She just kind of like...
As reflexes.
Sarcasm side.
I don't think I left here hoping to come back, but... it could be worse, I guess. Like, sometimes the answers you want are just not out there, maybe.
I don't know if I believe that. I think you just have to keep looking. Don't get discouraged. I mean, when there was a moment after I left that it seemed like all was lost, but you just have to pick yourself back up. Think about what you want and what's the new route to get there.
But how do you know where to look if this was the place with the answers? They don't have it.
I'm sure they're somewhere. And if they're not written in a tome somewhere, they're waiting for someone to go write it down. Not everybody that contributes to the Academy stays at the Academy. The books have to be written by somebody. There's researchers, explorers.
Yes, so many of those books were lost to time, though. And she's talking about the sanitatum, like a lot of books disappeared.
Could I? Am I getting a sense? Because it's conceivable that word got out what Azra's whole thing was with Ori. Can I tell if she's trying to bait me into talking about that right now?
Roll and
Like she's being very coy, but trying to get me to start talking about it first.
insight check.
Okay.
It's not going to be crazy difficult.
Ooh, that's 21.
Ooh. She's not talking about you at all.
Okay.
She's and with it 21, it seems very closely related to her sadness. She didn't feel like she got what she wanted or needed or whatever from her experience, and she just doesn't know, and you recognize some of that is similar to what you went through, especially before you knew about the second secret good library.
Yeah.
It's just this is the only place. There's not another academy that you know of. Maybe one in Vayer, but you don't know. And just with this particular line of study, if the answers aren't there in the largest collection you know of.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say the last thing you pick up with the 21 is she was looking for some specific things, kind of like you were, specific books, specific methods, specific whatever, and she just doesn't feel like it. She doesn't have any hope that it's there.
What was what year were you?
It was my first year.
First year?
And because I kind of clicked up, she was a conjuration jock.
Conjuration jock, that's fine.
Conjuration jocks.
Of course, yeah, that's the jocks for sure. Well, I mean, if it's something specific you're looking for, you should probably stick it out and get some good grades. You know, there's a secret library at the academy, right?
What?
Yes. It's
Why would you hide a library?
oh, beats me. But I know somebody who got in. They told me about it.
If they... Is that where they get all the books? The professor, if they give you a book, they loan you a book. Is that where it's from?
She winks at her. Had to come from somewhere.
So if they couldn't get it, don't you think that means it's nowhere?
You asked professors for help? I mean, I did not get access to the library myself, but perhaps there's even sections within that library that are restricted.
Roll a deception check for them.
A deception?
You did have access to that library, just not when you were there.
Well, that's what I'm alluding to.
Okay. If you don't feel like you're being deceptive, then that's fine.
No.
Because you didn't get to peruse it.
Yeah. I've been in the library. I don't know if there could be a restricted section. I don't know.
I mean, there definitely is a restricted section. What it has in it, you don't know. But
Yeah.
There's a safe,
In
giant archive.
Yeah. Also, there could be, they could be just selective. Like, maybe we keep our, there's, a reserve of books in that second library, but then there's also their specific knowledge that, these books, not even restricted, but just none of these books leave the library, right?
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be, restricted section necessarily. It'd just be, closed-door
There's
policy.
a word for it. I don't remember. In
Yeah.
libraries for, the archival books that you're not allowed to check out.
Yeah. And so, yeah, that's all I'm saying is that,
Well,
Yep.
it's possible. I guess it's just
It's like you're not allowed to remove reference books from the library.
yeah.
reference section. That's what I was looking for.
Oh.
It's just yeah. I
I'm a
guess
heathen
just
that's not gonna like it.
I spent a lot
Is it
of
something
time in
specific you were
libraries.
digging into?
I mean, really, it was just, I wanted to know how to, so many people in small towns like this are just living their whole lives, and magic makes so much of it easier if you just kind of give everybody access to, low level here and there spells. You change the commerce of the nation. Would be interesting.
Agreed.
But they don't seem interested in sharing. And I thought if you went to the university, then surely they would be interested in imparting knowledge or sharing knowledge or possibilities with their students. Just hit a wall so fast. How do you get to the secret library?
How do you gain access, or how do you get there?
Either one.
The professors they're always watching you. They are making assessments on how virtuous and skilled of a student you are, and eventually, if you prove yourself, they'll let you in.
And how did you hear about it then? And there is a little bite to the question after you said, if you prove virtuous. It's just uh-huh.
I made the right friends.
It's very good.
They-
Also, if you don't remember, physically come to you.
Yeah, I'm not going to share that.
It was a spiral staircase
Oh,
in the corner.
I
Um,
actually remembered that.
You make a point. I mean, I was expelled, but also I probably would have left at some point anyway. I mean, You want to know how I got started reading other students' minds? When I was a first year, not unlike yourself, I was speaking with this upperclassman boy, and I was asking what he was learning, and he mentioned a spell that caught my fancy, and I asked him to teach it to me. I think I was honestly just trying to get laid, but he told me he's not allowed to teach that spell. It's reserved for upperclassmen. But I had already learned to detect thoughts, and he wasn't the brightest boy I'd met, so I just took it from him. And God, it was so much easier to do that. And I didn't see the point. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't.
No, I get it. I wanted to maybe even craft spells. And just it seemed like even within the university there's a tier system of those who have the knowledge and those who don't have it. And if you don't already have it, they don't want to help you. I think what I was after was there, maybe. And maybe not anywhere else. But if you're going to just redefine class by intelligence, like a social class, not impart it to those who seek it, what are we even doing?
Make a good point. I won't even pretend I was... I got good grades, obviously, but it wasn't because I wasn't some genius that I was passing the performance exams. It was drive, it was skill. And you're right, to gatekeep by raw intelligence, it's not fair. If you have the perseverance, why can't you just do it? Why can't they just let you in?
She actually captures somewhat of a bearing in that moment. She sits up straighter and she's like, I did not get kicked out of it. I did all the work they required of me. It just, I wasn't booted. They weren't interested in where we could grow. They didn't want to harness the power of the minds, even the smartest ones. I mean, she's like, smart is relative, but you had to be so smart to get in, so you would think they would want to use that. But.
What do you mean harnessing minds? You mean like working like projects that produce things rather than just...
Maybe, or even just replicating the knowledge that was there. Like, treating it like... They treat knowledge like something they own. Even the second library, apparently. But it's not for everyone. That you have to prove access to learn is just kind of nuts. How would their students make the world different if you're not allowed to share what you can do or how you could grow? It just seems like a lot of wasted opportunity. And she just like looks down back. She's at her table again now, and with this deep like resignation, is like, so I guess here we go. And she glances at Bridget, and she's like, so yes, I'm not very good company right now. Like with almost a defiance in response to nothing that you asked or prompted.
No, I get it. I get it.
She just sits there in awkward silence.
I suppose we should be getting back, Bridget.
You yahoos.
But thank you for bringing me here, Bridget. I will go and tell my friends that Siobhan seems clear.
Sure. Never put on whatever you had on when you came in, ever again.
I hated it. I needed to blend this in, you know? I was like, how do I make a bright glow-in-the-dark blue bandana work? And that was the best I had.
Sure.
I guess really was the first I had, and we didn't bother refining it.
I mean, what's the point?
Yeah. Once you go the bandana, there's really no point in holding back after that.
I'm just relieved they don't have to make anything that would blend in with the rest of that
Oh,
disaster.
That's why I did the storm out. I didn't want you to actually have.
10 at a time.
I didn't want you to do any work for that. That would have been annoying, I imagine.
Only
Anyway,
there were snacks around here. Wait, I have some here.
I need to
She
stop
starts
eating, you're good.
rustling with the bag, so if you guys want to get out snacks, like, you're good. She's like, okay,
Get
well,
this off the table.
sure.
Oh, here, I'll just take it over.
No. You said you want to stop eating?
Damn it.
You're
They're
gonna
awfully
ruin
good.
your dinner.
They're very good.
They're delicious. I don't know. Sorry, that was really aggressive.
yeah,
They're delicious.
They're so good.
like Siobhan, you were defiant against something that no one said.
Absolutely unnecessary.
yeah. I've been there.
She goes, well, this
I know.
was something, I guess, like, I can't wait to tell my friends I've seen the reject from the academy. The other reject, I suppose.
Mm. Tell them what you like. I'm sure they'll be hearing about me at some point.
Ooh, fancy.
I guess I'll be seen, right?
Bye.
That statement could have ended with bless your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they don't say that in I or Trino.
She goes back to work. What are you guys doing on the rooftop?
Pacing back and forth.
Azra definitely waits a little bit too long. Just like Bridget starts walking, or Bridget starts walking away, and then like Azra waits just a little bit too long before following.
She very deliberately, like, she's not like being hostile, but is like, I've said all the stuff I had, so she's keeping kind of an open posture, but she does go back to work and roll me an insight check one more time.
9.
She just looks, even with a 9, like, she's trying to distract herself, like, from her disappointment in everything. Just goes back deliberately to rolling the sharp little awl thing.
Poor girl. After I'm outside.
Okay, good.
I've stopped at like a certain point because I noticed you weren't following.
Yeah.
You guys are,
Are you pacing on the roof?
I'm doing my best to like not, but
after a couple times,
That roof is bowling
Patrick
in.
comes out and he's like, "You're making it creak quite loud." They're a little concerned about you falling through.
oh, Octavia, could you please be still there complaining downstairs?
I think they were talking about the big heavy one with the claws.
Maybe just get down.
I just kind of like grin, just trying to like get that one.
I've got it. I can see. We're good.
Just, can we see them coming back?
Yeah. Do you guys head straight back?
I would imagine so.
Yeah. I don't think of any detours right now.
I'm just gonna hang out like directly next to Octavia, ducked behind the eave of the roof or whatever, and be like, "Why are we up here?"
I need you
It's
all to
cold.
roll me a stealth check.
Oh God, no!
Oh, interesting.
The bane of my existence.
I rolled a nat 1, so it's not gonna be good no matter
Son of a
what.
bitch.
You have
With disadvantage.
on stealth checks because of your boots.
Oh, that's
So
true.
that was a 19, but
Wait, but you also have the boots, right?
no.
No, he refused them.
Oh no.
No one gave me any boots, and I got a 9.
24.
I have.
You know what's strange,
Nine.
Bridget?
21.
I'm almost a little disappointed.
About what?
I thought I was onto something. She's just a dropout.
What did you roll?
It's better that we made sure.
Yes. Can't afford to leave any stone unturned, really.
Yes, so I got 24.
21.
Yes.
9.
It was a group stealth check. You don't draw specific attention.
I'm not sure. It felt like something to do that would be helpful.
In what way?
Like if I could see if something was wrong.
How far away can we see?
What are your elf eyes see?
not far enough to sense if something was wrong. Like maybe if fireball was cast high enough into
That's
the sky,
genuinely,
like-
that's what I was looking for, is a
Yeah, I was
fireball.
expecting like we're
Like
looking for
outside.
explosions.
Yeah,
Yeah, because after they left, I kind of leaned over like, do they have a way to contact us if everything goes south? And Mia's like, no. I'm like, well, fuck.
Yeah, because I don't have sending or anything like that.
At the request of
so I'm gonna-
occupants, I do leave the roof because
I have suggestion. Maybe I could get a townsfolk to like run back. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna ask
Roll
Octavia.
me an
Do
intelligence.
you see further than I do?
Yeah.
In the dark?
I
Yeah.
think it's a 10.
I mean the good news is there's no murders.
Just flat intelligence,
obelisk.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 10.
You do see in the dark, right?
Actually,
do.
Arcana actually would be
What's-
slightly more appropriate,
Okay.
but only because it's the academy.
What's that look like?
So 13.
The thing that keeps sticking in your mind at this moment is like if that's the only place where the knowledge is. Like what happens
It
if
is
you
very
can't
shiny and pretty.
access it and that's the only place that exists. And that just keeps ringing in your head.
Oh no, like Azra like thought that like, oh yeah, I could invite her on the journey that I'm on, but I'm not going to.
Try rolling it.
Maybe after I'm done.
Curse that dice.
Yeah, I think with a 13, that's all you get in the moment. It's just, and it wasn't something, you don't think it's something that she triggered in you beyond the conversation, that it's anything to do with her specifically, but just like, it kind of echoes your own feelings of like, if those answers aren't there, then what?
Hmm.
You know there's a lot more than you've seen because there's a whole library that you haven't had time to like peruse, but
Yeah.
you wonder if you'll get a chance.
I will.
It kind of looks like everything is in grey. Like, because you can't really see colours in the dark.
But you can.
You can see, I could see like objects and like outlines of things, but I couldn't, like I could see you, I could see your facial features, but I wouldn't be able to tell that you were blue.
Okay. But you would be able to like distinctly see like where things are, what they are.
For the most part, if it's,
Assuming it's not like too far away.
yeah,
Okay.
I can't see normally, and if it's completely 100% dark, then no, not really. But if there's literally any light, then I can see pretty much.
Okay.
But I felt a bit useless, and so I came up here.
We should have gone hunting.
You were gonna go hunting.
I was gonna go hunting.
We should have gone hunting.
I know.
Oh, I didn't. Oh. Yeah, that would have been.
I mean, to be fair, it's like, what is it, like the middle of the day now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's still morning,
early.
probably,
It's like
yeah.
9:45, 10.
Rabbits are crepuscular.
Yeah.
They're active at dawn and dusk.
Yes. So we'll probably have better luck catching it like later on in the afternoon whenever evening is approaching.
That's sort of the best we can hope for. Is rabbits.
I don't know what else is around here, but bunnies are pretty universal.
Ronnie, roll me a perception or survival check. Nope. That's
There's a
all.
little cat over there behind the
Yeah.
DM
Sounds like me, but
who is repeating what the DM said.
That is gonna be a 14.
with a 14, you take a minute, like, at some point in the silence, and you're just sitting there, and you feel the wind around you, and you feel like your wind combine with that wind, and you just sit there and you let it flow through you, and you notice, like, it almost always feels like the wind is telling you something in some ways, but not anything like outright. Kind of like subtle. It's like reinforces what you're doing. It dries your hair for you, and it just helps you in little ways. It keeps you cool, and you notice right now the wind seems to be like blowing a different way.
Oh.
As if to underline. I should have
That was-
done a
that
big
was
movie
ominous.
battle.
But go on.
That lightning strike was like a full 10 seconds ago, so
Yeah.
that's a ways away, but it's still loud.
So if we suddenly disappear, you
Oh,
know
yeah.
why?
Yeah. And you notice for the first time you don't think you've ever put a thought to it that like the wind around you, the way the clouds are moving and stuff, seem to be going in a different direction than they do in your immediate area. Almost like the wind around you is blowing you towards your goals and is at odds maybe with the weather.
You are Ghost of Tsushima.
I don't know what that is.
We're not. My inspirations are my own. I've never heard of this game or movie. No. But yeah, like, yeah, and you're like, I wonder if that's useful in any way. That's really all you get with that.
I will, depending on like how good the visibility is of like the directions the wind is going. I don't know how cloudy it is. I will try and see what is in the direction that my wind is going.
I mean, as a ranger, I don't see any reason to make you roll. It is going towards stresses, like your wind is.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a lot of clouds in the sky, but there are some, like, there's some trees and bushes and stuff around, and you notice, like, it's not a strong contrast, and you don't believe in the moment that the wind is trying to tell you something specific and new right now.
Mm-hmm.
You just hadn't really noticed till now, being on a roof and kind of clear of all the obstacles. You're like, I wonder if it always does. I think maybe it always does that. You just kind of make a mental note.
Yeah.
What?
Well, and it's also like, hold on. It's also the like, if there were any big weather stuff going on near Strassus, we wouldn't be able to see, but like if the cloud head is big enough, we would be able to see it from quite far away.
Yeah.
My breeze is going in a different direction than the weather is.
Is that a metaphor for something?
No.
Oh, you're
Observation.
literal.
Yeah. So look at the direction my wind is going, and you can watch my clothes and my hair move
Yeah.
the way it always does. And then the clouds are moving in a different direction.
Does that mean something to you?
I don't know. I mean, not right now, but
That-
maybe it does mean something, and I haven't figured it out yet.
Where do you feel like it's going?
I'm not sure exactly.
It's going that way, but
I mean, not entirely sure. Maybe it's something I'm looking for. Someone.
like a destiny type situation?
Probably not. I don't think destinies are real.
What's Alibroth doing? Is
I
he
walked off
sitting
the
up
roof.
Yeah, he got down.
They said I was making too much of a fuss, so I went downstairs.
No, Halbroth!
Yeah.
Well, I guess people named Destiny. They're real.
And then they have children.
Probably.
Destiny's Child.
I was thinking Destiny is
No, I'm not validating that.
Yeah.
I'll
validate
more
it.
likely to be strippers named Destiny.
Yeah.
Less likely in this fantasy world.
Do you think Destiny is a popular stage name for strippers to take, or do you think young girls named Destiny are just more inclined to become strippers?
I was just thinking it would be a stage name, but like in a place that's this big and like fantasy oriented, wouldn't just like Destiny be a more common name anyway?
I think so.
Wouldn't they be named something mundane like suburbs? Anyway.
I don't know. They could. It could be that the fantasy people named Destiny are more likely to become strippers, and then they all get named Cinnamon.
Please welcome to the stage the main attraction, Turnip!
They named them Prestidigitation.
I feel a bit silly, so I'm gonna go back
Why?
down. Because you pointed out that we can't see anything. This is pointless.
Ronnie's gonna sit up there for a minute longer and then decide, as he did before when he first asked why they climbed up there, that he's cold and he's gonna get down and go inside.
Probably Alabroth's.
Roll
Reason to
me
forget
one
about
more
her.
perception check.
Hold on. I don't know how good I am at perceiving things.
Ronnie should wear his hair in a ponytail more often so that can
His
make...
hair's short.
Oh, I just imagined he was length. Never mind.
No. 16.
With a 16, you notice as soon as you make the decision that just kind of in your own head that the wind is a little bit warmer and kind of trends down a little as you decide to head back downstairs. You're like, that's new. Alabroth, when you get downstairs, the king is headed downstairs within the house, and he's like, "Come with me. We're going to learn to weave." Really excited about it.
What? Yes, Your Majesty. I instantly.
You go down
like,
there,
what?
and like you spend the next few minutes, like they kind of start showing you how to weave, just out of good host entertainment stuff. Like here,
Probably
you can
provides
learn
a
this.
welcome distraction for Alabroth. So yeah.
A king seems to feel very much the same way, and for the next few minutes, like yeah, you just like all your focus is tied up in trying to learn this process.
I don't need needles. I have claws.
Not.
You don't weave
Nope.
with needles.
That's
Nope.
all of that is
What?
wrong.
No.
With
I don't-
with how flax turns into thread, no.
Well, whatever.
I think you're thinking
Also,
of
needles
like
have to go through and then
knitting.
back through.
Okay,
the other way.
I don't do either. So I'm
Anyway,
Anyway, I do the thing. Okay.
yeah, and
Do the thing.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take a break right there
Oh.
because I have to pee.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll race you.
we'll be back in a few minutes.
Get a drink, get a snack, and we'll be back.
I'm gonna finish this up where the mic
Jason,
can't hear the sound.
How much do you approve of simply going into the backyard and unzipping and peeing in the grass? What's your thoughts on
We're
that?
still live.
Very much.
No, I know.
Okay.
We have a
No,
couple
I
of
don't
bathrooms
know.
in this house
A couple. Oh, good.
that
Good.
are capable of. If you just go here, I'll show you where the other restroom is.
I was not actually going to do that.
Okay, but I will show where the.
And
Inappropriate comment. Oh no.
So anyway, I always thought your dad was kind of an ass.
Aww.
Just kidding.
What's funny is he's not watching now.
I haven't talked to him in a decade anyway. I don't know why he'd be so heartbroken.
To all of our English
Some
friends
chick I
out there,
don't
we're
care
very
about.
sorry. To all of our French friends, yay. No one's happy today,
all of our
except
French
for the French.
friends.
Why
we
are
have
French
French
friends happy?
Because France beat England.
Oh.
FIFA.
Yeah.
I made a bet in a game I was playing on France. Just
lot
on
of-
my phone, something stupid, but they're like, yeah, you can put all these soccer balls in support of a team. And I was like, France.
A number of my English friends are using very colorful language on certain social media. And I was like, ooh, that can't be good.
What I love is like some person that like supposedly predicted like all these historical events. She was like, and England's gonna win the World Cup.
Modern day Nostradamus, that one.
Yeah.
I can't wait to find out what she actually meant by it in a year.
Like apparently
I was right. I just said it wrong.
and
I
apparently
meant the next one, not this one, the next one.
apparently the actual quote was that England would win the World Cup. Like it was like straight word facts.
I mean, it is unclear whether or not she meant this year.
Maybe we'll see. I
It
can't.
is almost as unlikely that it ever happens.
But who cares about soccer?
Who cares? So, you guys all gather back in the wherever, the living room, probably. I
The
don't know.
room
I
where
think it was
the
the
weaving
kitchen
is
was
happening.
where we were talking, but whatever.
It's kind of an open
Yeah.
concept. Like
I know,
for a
I'll-
lot of it, the rooms are spread out around the. Yeah.
So we make it back.
You make it back.
I'm learning to weave.
Presumably
do
to
you
Ronnie
put
and
your
Octavia
costume
having
back on after
joined.
you leave?
No, I was just like, I guess we'll just turn that off and
Okay.
walk back as normal.
I'm staying in this. I'm gonna be sitting at the table.
It also didn't sound like we even passed by like anybody on the way there.
I mean, it's a market. It's quiet, but there. I mean, you see maybe a couple people.
I guess I probably, just for consistency, I probably should have maintained it disguised on the way back.
Do you think she does, or do you think she doesn't?
Yeah, as was the kind to do that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you go back into the living room. They set out like a light lunch because it wasn't that long ago. You had breakfast. And,
Oh, so they get back through the door?
mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I run over like and put Pam. Are you okay? Are you both safe?
We're
I guess
fine.
we're fun.
Nothing bad happened.
Like maybe kind of pick one of them up and just kind of like.
It better not be Asma.
It was probably Brana anyway.
Yeah. You don't know me that well.
Watch the skirt.
Oh, sorry. Just kind of. But you're both okay.
Aye, nothing bad
Yes.
happened.
Yeah. She's not a Noblex or changeling, best as I can tell.
This is good news. And Alabroth can finally breathe now.
I'll go.
What's for lunch?
I'll go notify the king.
It's only 9 o'clock.
He's in their room. He's
Too
like,
early for lunch.
Oh, you don't know what.
what? Then what? He kind of glances at you, glances at like Bridget, is like, what's her deal then?
She's very depressed about leaving, about life.
She couldn't hack it.
I don't know if it's necessarily that. I think it was.
It wasn't.
It wasn't what she thought it would be, nor was it something that she thought she could work with. I think that's the best way to put it. And she's just kind of dealing with that.
Kind of being too. What's the word? Too restrictive in which students they decide to bestow their blessings upon.
Blessings in what way?
Well, you know about the secret library.
She knew
Blessings
about it?
being access then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
She knew about it, but didn't know how to get in?
No, she knows now, though.
You told her,
Of course.
but she already left.
Yes.
So she... How did... So she... The
Oh, no.
access... So she didn't have access, but she didn't know that there was access to be had.
And she's very
And
sad.
then she left. And then you told her that she wasn't getting access?
She
Then
didn't.
why did she leave? If
She-
It's a
should
lot
the
of-
access, if you don't know...
There's a lot of personal things
Okay.
for why she left. We'll
I
leave
don't
it
see
at
where the confusion is.
I,
I mean,
School didn't seem like it had what she wanted, so she left. And that's it.
oh, okay.
and then you told her about the second library,
Mhm.
but there's not a lot she can do about it because she's here now.
She could go back. I'm sure they would take her back. It sounded like she was... She left of her own will. I don't think she was expelled or anything. Right?
Oh, it
Yeah.
didn't seem that way.
You wouldn't know
I wouldn't know what...
if she was expelled at all?
No, because she just came back.
She explicitly said she wasn't.
Yeah. I mean, that's what she told me.
Okay.
All expelled students don't know each other, Octavia.
I didn't know if
I would ask
I
if this
would
place
think
is
that
your
you
mind
were-
at ease, but
I would think that, given that you were expelled longer ago, if she had been, you probably still wouldn't know about it.
No. Anyway.
Does she know not to go back right now? To try and get access to this library? Could go real bad. It's the king.
I thought about it, and I remember thinking I should probably discourage her from doing that, but someone else was talking and I forgot.
Yeah, the other person was her.
Yep. I should... And then she walks out the door.
King's just kind of like, okay,
There was a lot happening.
sure.
Is it okay for Azra to go alone?
it's not great.
I rush out the door.
No!
I grab your tail. I grab your tail.
No, okay, now that's offensive.
You!
You are the least subtle option. We don't want them to know all of us are here.
But
It was the first thing I grabbed.
that is
Sorry.
highly inappropriate.
Hold up.
I ran off after.
You're still,
I'm sitting there kind of holding my tail like, what if it had popped off?
Does it pop off?
Oh, yeah. No, it does not. It does not at all.
does it pop off?
Dragonborn can't lose a tail and grow one. What?
Like a gecko?
Is there a good reason why we shouldn't be telling people not to go to the school? Because we were trying to make not a big... Like, how many people know about the school's like on lockdown right now?
Not that many people, and not that many people know why.
Yeah.
Azra has a good charisma. I'm sure she can
Yeah.
come up with something.
And even if she told the like some part of the truth, she's staying here in town. I'm telling her not to go. How is news going to go from here all the way everywhere? You know?
Oh no, you left
Yeah.
the room. That's your.
No, you're right.
I
was-
They
I was
get
your burden now.
messages somewhere else. Apparently, there were.
I should be fine.
Yeah.
The person isn't the
You coming?
obelisk. That's all I care about. We're good.
Hurry up.
Shouldn't go alone.
Obelisk.
Well, we've confirmed that the suspicious person we knew of is no longer suspicious. So I didn't catch anybody eyeing us weirdly. You know, aside from the. You know what I mean?
Aye.
I didn't get I didn't get any side glances that seemed nefarious. Just sort of curious and bewildered and confused.
And concerned for your fashion
Concerned,
sense.
yes, that was one of them.
You do. You've seen a lot of looks of the style that is most familiar to you, which is like blatant curiosity, but
Yeah.
not really any looks of like understanding or knowledge as to why that might be happening. Just not very subtle.
I would like to change the disguise so that it's I'm still disguised as like the same person, but now it's just the blue bandana and like a big fur coat, as if she's covering up all the stuff she was wearing earlier, so she looks a bit more normal, minus the bandana.
But it doesn't seem to make a significant impact on how many looks you get, and you
Okay.
find yourself like, well, yeah, there's small town.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay. I walk back into O'Malley's.
Mm-hmm.
She's still there at the front.
Yeah, she's there. There's another. There's an older woman who looks a lot like her. That's easily deduced as her mother as well. Like they have food and they're kind of chatting, and she looks up at you and she kind of doesn't register a lot, but when she sees Bridget's face, she's like, I'm gonna be back there if you need me, with like this too obvious mom kind of look. And Siobhan blushes a little bit.
I had thought about our previous conversation that I should probably mention to you. There is a secret library at the school, but I would not go back there right now. There's a bit of a... this is part of the sort of people I'm with now. We're investigating a security hazard at the school. So it's probably safer for you to stay here until that gets cleared up.
What kind of security hazard?
Nothing to concern yourself with. That's just what we're digging into. A little bit of a private matter, but the school is not a good place to be right now. So I would stay right here.
Probably persuasion check.
No. No, that was a 8.
She looks at you for a second. She's like, didn't we just have a whole conversation about whether knowledge is precious? And then you come in and you're like, oh, it's an issue, but you don't need to know anything about it.
Well, that's knowledge about the way the world works. This is... You don't need to know people's secrets.
She glances up, not subtly, at the mark on your forehead that you got for learning people's secrets without their permission.
Well, if you want to take it out of my head, you can. Try.
It's not the way all of us do things.
That's what I thought.
Do you think my
It's like I'm on her
experience at
side.
the school was altered by this security risk?
Oh, what was that, sorry?
Do you think that my experience at this school was altered? Would my experience be different? have been different, would be different if it was not there?
Very likely. Yes. There's a sort of you're not going anywhere. There's a creature that has made the secret library its lair. And it's very powerful, and we're trying to investigate how we can best deal with it. But for right now, the safest way to go about things is to go about as usual while minimizing the risks where we can. A direct confrontation just isn't feasible right now.
Brian, roll an insight check.
And yes, access to the library would have been 100% restricted during that time. And how long ago did we learn that the Oblex, like, made its way there? As far as we know.
21. You see a expression of, like, hope. The briefest flash of hope on her face. It had been there. It would be long enough to affect the first years significantly, because they could have their introduction to whatever, while they establish all the basics, would be similar, but by the time they got into their studies, their third or fourth month, then yeah, it's been holed up there for a few weeks. So
A few weeks? Okay.
So-
Cass was saying
I was-
6 months.
I was given the
I don't
impression
think
it was
it's
longer
6,
than that.
but I
'cause
do
there were-
think it has been months.
Okay.
Yeah, because there were multiple disappearances that didn't seem like they came back to back to back.
Yeah, I think all that's right. I'm struggling against my own memory, but it's been there a minute,
Yeah.
long enough to affect first years.
Honestly, I don't know how many first-year students would have been granted access to the library. But you spoke of asking questions and not getting anything even from the professors. That could certainly have been an influence in that.
Why is it in the library?
We're still trying to figure that out. We know it seeks knowledge. Perhaps not book reading, but it has been preying. I'm sure you heard about some of the disappearances at the school.
Yes.
That's what's going on. It preys upon some of the students.
I'm gonna roll and see if she figures something out.
Can't find it.
The net 20?
Yes.
Nice!
On a what check? Sorry.
I wanted to roll and, like, I wasn't sure, something intelligence for her. And
They
she's,
put 2 and 2 together check.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's like,
The light bulb check.
so this creature who wants knowledge is holed up in a repository of knowledge
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't exist many other places?
Yes? Seems it would be naturally attracted to that.
You may want to take care of it sooner rather than later. If the knowledge can only be gotten from the library, it's one thing. If it can only be gotten through the creature, would that not give it enormous power?
It's,
We're not there.
I don't know. Astrophis didn't say anything about that being terribly problematic yet. But yes, that's an interesting thought. What if its goal is not to acquire knowledge, but to restrict it, to gatekeep it? But then why would it need to pursue anything else? It's already there. could just take the books. Just leave with them. Wouldn't need to prey on students. You're right, yes. It's a precarious situation for sure. We're trying to deal with it as best as we can, but we simply need to know what it wants, and we need the power to stop it, which we don't
She
have
goes,
either right now.
I need a break from everything anyway. If there is a way for you to get me word when the situation has resolved, I may try again. I may not.
You probably should. Think you would probably be happier as a wizard than a leather worker, yes?
You see her, like, actually, like, register a small smile, and she's like, that's what I hoped for. Thank you.
Of course. I wouldn't share that knowledge with anyone else, just in case what I told you encouraged you to go back to school. Just hold off on that for now. We're trying not to create a panic. But I didn't feel like sending you there right now.
Understood.
Right. I have to get back. But
Good luck.
maybe I'll see you around.
It's just kind of like, you're getting used to, like, this almost Octavia style, like, I guess that's the end of this interaction moment.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
kind of,
Listen.
you're not even there and you're getting
Well. If it
I
isn't
will-
the consequences of my own actions.
Do you actually say it like that? Do you actually go goodbye?
I think with a cheekish grin, yeah. I think she might have actually done that.
She just kind of rolls her eyes. Can you imagine someone even talking like that? Ridiculous.
Wait until she meets Octavia.
At this point, I'm hoping that's not going to happen.
I'm not sure who's in more danger in that situation, Octavia or Siobhan, if they were to meet. Is Siobhan in danger of encountering Octavia, or is Octavia's feelings in danger of encountering Siobhan?
Octavia's feelings are kind of on this. She's edging constantly into true despair.
Yeah, yes.
Not the good edging. You guys
Wow.
make it back with no incidents?
Hi, Mom and
Hi,
Dad.
Christian's Law.
I'm not watching.
No. They don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. Anyway.
Anywho,
So,
we're back again. Ron's gonna actually take the mask off now.
good, because Bridget was about to take it off of you if you didn't. She's like,
Did you just
I don't
bury
like
your
that.
head?
I
No,
understand
I'm just-
it's necessary for the. No, thank you. No, thank you.
What, you don't want me to masquerading as you around town causing trouble?
I like to think I carry it off better than you, and I can cause my own trouble. Thank you.
I audibly laugh at that.
I don't know, I think I made a beautiful girl.
It wasn't about the gender. It was about the. You're not a not awkward person. Just saying.
To be fair, regardless of whether you made a beautiful girl, you made a girl that looked exactly like Bridget.
So yes, you were stunning. 10 out of 10. So hot. Do you give the kings like, can I have my back? You made
Oh.
a beautiful girl as well. Can I?
That
Please.
was not the goal, actually, so I must have failed at something.
You would try
So
to
good.
make that big.
None of you are in immediate danger, and there's no psychotic object here for us.
At least,
Currently.
not with the O'Malley girl.
So what,
No.
you just told her don't go back and she said, like, okay.
How much did you tell her?
You weren't there in the room with me?
Oh, I was.
Yeah.
And who's
Oh.
up to listen to
So
you?
how much did...
I
what
couldn't
did
say
you-
shit.
What are you talking about?
I mean, I told her the library was dangerous for the moment. She shouldn't tell anybody about it, but she shouldn't go right now.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
Short, sweet, to the point. They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
I'm surprised you're surprised. that I handled it well.
I'm
No,
not.
this is Cass. Like, are you going to tell us that the Obelix might have this huge plan?
Well, she's dismissed that right now
Gotcha.
because there's other parts of that that don't add up.
See, Ma, Dad, can I talk to you for a second?
Sure.
Privately.
Ronnie's gonna step outside and see what the day looks like.
It is what? It's probably close to noon at this point. You see, it's kind of that like dull, kind of sunshiny day. You know what I mean? Where the sun doesn't look as bright because of the reflections off the snow. It's warming up some on the ground, but you start to feel like a cold breeze that doesn't seem to centralize from you, and you would imagine there's more cold on the way.
Okay. Is there a Bridget? Is there like some warm clothes I could use, like warmer than what I have?
Clothes, sure.
Like-
yeah, like
Cloak or whatever.
yeah. And she takes you to like the downstairs little like they have a kind of like sample stuff that they've marked up that's pretty warm.
Okay. Then I will borrow one of those and then go hunt for rabbit dens to set up some traps nearby.
She says she offers to go with you. She's like, we do some rabbit. I'll show you the areas and
Okay, cool.
you know, and about like half a mile off town there's some like wooded areas with some nice, they actually have a few traps out and you guys go check them, and there's not a lot but there's one or two. They do some furs and makes lovely cuffs for boots and gloves.
Yeah, and then I will also ask, like, what kind of other game are out here?
Most of it is imported, like furs from like Dead Oak Forest and that area, but yeah, there's some coyotes, there's some wolves, usually on the smaller side, and then the further south you get into the, hang on, I can do this, southeast, yes, southeast, then you can get into some a little bit larger game,
Like deer?
deer, even occasionally like a bear or something,
I don't
but
think I'd want
that's
to eat a bear. Or
several miles from here. And then a lot of what people eat is fish. Relatively coastal.
yeah, I don't have the most experience in the world fishing. Like, I've done it before. It's just not something I'm super practiced at.
Well, there's yeah, like I said, there's some wolves, there's some deer. There's just not many.
Okay. Yep.
But yeah, if you
Rabbits
guys
for
take the
now.
afternoon, you can get a decent amount of like meat. And yeah, she's a pretty good shot with she has a crossbow, like a little hand crossbow.
Ah, that's awfully loud for hunting rabbits.
Sure, she knows that.
All of us at this table know that.
Mhm.
I know exactly how loud a crossbow is.
Well, crossbows have mechanisms, and mechanisms have noise.
And I know that.
Of course you do. Yeah, but he'll just set some traps, and then later, whenever it starts to get dark, he can come back and check them.
She says, we try and use the buddy system around here when it might snow. That's can be me or it can be someone else. I get bored, so I'm happy to come along. and
Yeah, sure.
Do that. And yeah. You were going to talk to your mom and dad.
Yeah. I wanted to know if we could maybe make some cloaks for the event for my friends. We don't really have, like, what we showed up with the furs is really all we have.
With the boots, with the
Threads on her back.
Apple bottom jeans.
Person.
And she goes, your dad glances at your mom. She goes, of course, we don't need to get probably the cost of like what the furs are worth. But other than that, sure, absolutely. Do you have any thoughts on like style? Or?
Not necessarily. Probably something just simple.
This is kind of weird for you. They're treating you like an adult, like a grown-up, and just have this moment of like, oh yes,
How old is Brenda
yes,
again?
and she's like, yeah,
19 or 20.
yeah. It was just he was so busy being the chosen one. But they're like, yeah, absolutely. Let's. Do you want them in on that process? Is it like a surprise? Is it?
I'd like for it to be a little bit of a surprise if possible.
Sure. Let's go look at what we have.
Alright.
Anybody else have anything specific they're doing that day?
If I happen to be in, oh,
Yep, got it. I'm good. Do you happen to be where? What?
in a room alone with Azra at some point.
I don't think you would happen to be. It can be easily done. Give me 1 second.
Yeah.
She's waiting for an
Paper
opportunity
towel or something.
to happen.
On the table there are some towels.
Not going to make one.
Just grab one of those.
Yeah.
It's not like an urgent.
Well, let's just roll.
Okay,
Roll a
sorry
dice.
about that.
You got a 5. I got. Oh. There's a moment where you catch me alone. I'm on my way to.
Okay.
I've just decided.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Just a moment where we're just kind of sitting, not really doing anything.
I'm playing games on my phone.
Yeah. So, not everyone that gets expelled gets a mark.
Sorry, I just died. In game. In the game I was playing on my phone. In character.
You die in Candy Crush.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry. About the mark.
So not everyone that gets expelled gets a mark.
Nope.
But that's why you got yours, right? You lied.
I did. Yeah.
And it was because you were cheating?
Yeah. That's, the nature of the cheating as well.
Who did that?
Who did the cheating?
Who did the mark?
They did. The academy.
Was it Astrophus?
No, he wouldn't. No, he wasn't involved in that particular part.
So we left you at the place that did that to you, but not with the man that did that to you.
Yes? What do... I feel like you're getting at something.
Does that not make you incredibly angry?
I think the school is... The academy is arrogant and controlling and scared of what people would do if everybody knew what the academy knew, but that's not related to the thing on my forehead.
Their arrogance and their fear is unrelated.
Yes, that was mine, actually.
What?
So,
What do you mean?
I don't really care to get into it, but I sort of committed another crime on my way out the door. They didn't like that even more, so...
So it wasn't the cheating, it was something else.
Yeah.
Did anyone die?
No.
Was anyone permanently turned into a goat or something?
I would have preferred that, actually. But no.
So somebody got hurt?
No. No one was hurt.
So no one got hurt, nobody died, and they put a thing on your forehead that you cannot remove to mark you forever. That just seems incredibly fucked up to me.
I think when I was cheating, I always thought of it as something that only really affected me, and it was only a positive. It was just, I learned things. I just learned things the easy way. I saw no harm in it. But when you get academic with magic the way wizards do, they do have rules for a reason, and since I started reading people's minds without asking is more of a taboo than I thought, because I started when I was so young. And there's just some things that people could forgive you, but they won't trust you again. This is to remind the people in the know that not trustworthy. Yeah.
Can they take it off?
I don't know if they even bothered learning how to.
Do you want to take it off?
Yes, of course. No, I don't want to be marked forever by what I did in the moment of weakness and anger, but I think I get it, too.
You get it?
In a way. I've had some time. I mean, they've got brands like this for other kinds of offenders of taboos.
Have I ever seen one?
You're, I think probably because of your mindset for so long being like, magic, that's nothing to do with me. I don't know. You don't know.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
I would also think that since, like, wizarding is still kind of, like, being rebuilt, it's still small enough scale that you could easily go your whole life not seeing that, because it's
easily
a
but
rare
couldn't
thing.
Swear that you haven't.
Yeah.
Like, especially if it's maybe they don't always do it on foreheads, and
Yeah.
you just don't know.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
don't recall seeing anything like that for sure.
Yeah. You know, there's those that they want to find, they want to create workers and they don't want to deal with making automatons, so they simply raise corpses from their graves. That's a bigger one than this, but they would get a similar treatment.
That seems like a very different, like, what you did is just...
Some people take sanctity of one's privacy to their own mind with a similar, if not equal, similar but not equal level of seriousness.
Octavia, you do flashback to the your unwillingness to have your mind altered in any way, shape, or form. I don't know where that gets her.
Yeah.
Not to mention the unauthorized reading of minds is particular danger, not necessarily to people's lives, but it is to something like the state.
And for what it's worth, they had given Azra a choice. They could prevent her from doing magic,
Oh,
or they could mark her.
I took the mark for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That was something we one-off discussed very briefly.
Okay.
Is that she did choose this in between the options they gave her,
All right.
which was basically that.
Yeah. Honestly, the only reason I'm even around the king right now is because people who did this don't know I'm around the king. But some people would consider this. I mean, now I'm in the king's graces, but some people would have. It would be a executable offense for me to be so close to the king right now.
I'm starting to think that neither of our countries are very good at being countries. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Neither. Where are you from?
Vea?
Oh. I think maybe I heard it and it passed me by.
No, I'm an ambassador to the Order of the Kestrel of Vea.
You do know that the elves are from Vaer.
All elves are from there?
Most high elves are from Bayer.
Are high elves visually distinguishable from
Yes,
other
they're
kinds of
gold.
elves?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Then maybe I should have
You
put that
have
together.
an idea, like you might not have had it confirmed, but the accent and stuff, like, especially since Astrophis is also from Bayer. Like,
I'm also an immigrant, so maybe there's some of that stuff I didn't pick up on.
And you're in a very large city, which is more of a melting pot.
Yeah, that's true.
It's also reasonable that you didn't really track it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It also could have been like a total brain fart moment.
Yeah.
Just like observing all of these qualities that should be very obvious and just not bothering to put those pieces together.
Can't imagine what that's
Happened
like.
to me in real life. I don't
Yeah,
Actually,
that
that's
is
how good of a
familiar.
role player I am. Is I played a flaw in Azra that Christian does not have. Sign of true role play.
Yeah. Yeah. Vea. Vayer.
What? So what do you mean with? I don't know how we got here. You've been brooding on this for some time, I imagine.
Well, I got confirmation yesterday. Yesterday. That is what your mark is. But there's another. So this book
Wait, confirmation. What?
that it's expelled that you lied.
Okay.
She knew that you cheated before then, but she didn't know that's what this
The
was
marks.
about.
Yeah.
Like the
You had
direct one to
You
one.
had told us it was like a birthmark or something, which is
And-
fine.
You've
I-
changed the
it's
story multiple
hilarious,
times.
yeah.
No, yeah. I said it was like a
a
tattoo, like a
family
cultural
or
tattoo.
something,
Yeah.
I had it
It's how
confirmed.
Ronnie clocked that you're a liar.
Yeah. Octavia didn't catch that until Bridget. So I knew that, but there's another. Is that why you're trying to be around people in power?
don't even know what
kind
you
of
mean.
sidled up to the king very quickly. You pitched yourself.
When?
When
Christian
we
remembers.
when we were in Estrops's office, you said I could be useful to you. The king.
Well, yes, there's a... Honestly, I don't know why we haven't pursued that path, but yes, if there's people infiltrating the court of the king, why don't... I mean, it didn't have to be me, but why are we not weeding them out now? I forgot how frustrated I was about that. It's been so long.
It's been like 4 days, yeah.
Oh, Jesus! We must be playing in real time. Just only the hours in session have
Yeah.
passed in
Feels like that
in world.
sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
Or Azra's just super ADHD.
Yeah, there's no way I can roleplay as not someone who's ADHD. That's just I'm stuck with that.
Yeah.
Where were we?
He should trust you, is what you're saying. That's almost exactly what you pitched to him.
Well, yes, because I don't think of myself as untrustworthy.
Okay.
I just, I don't get why certain things are so... I don't know, they get under people's skin, I don't understand.
I'm not judging you. I want to help you. The rest of this group, we didn't do it on purpose. Brana, Ronnie, Elroth, and I. We sort of fell in. But Ember, my mentor, says she invests in people on purpose. And you seem like you need that.
What does that mean?
How long has it been since you had a people? Since you were part of something?
Like, I mean, I have a family.
And you see them often?
I haven't recently, no.
I think you should try to... I want to invest in you. I want to help you. Caught her off guard.
Why?
I can see Esther being like, what is she trying to get right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ezra's loading wheel.
The loading.
Sybil chains to a loading wheel.
Starts.
That's really
Spinning.
Yeah, it spins faster the harder she's thinking, the more confused she is.
It turns into a rainbow color wheel.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Chroma Azra.
I just...
Chromasra.
It doesn't seem like you're going to do it by yourself, and I think that we could help you if you give us a chance.
I mean, it really seems like I'm more helping you right now. Right?
Okay. If you don't want help, then sure.
I mean,
But I
what
want-
is it you think you could be helping with right now?
Not sure.
Okay.
Not yet.
I'd like
that-
to arrive back at the place.
Where are you guys physically?
I just kind of in a corner.
We might...
Because Brana's downstairs looking at hers.
Yeah, I was almost thinking like... I don't know, maybe in like the big bathroom You know, not like a bathroom, but like the room with all the baths.
That's where Brona is.
Oh, that's where you are? Okay, so I guess not there because that wouldn't have been private enough, I assume. See, maybe we're just in a corner, like you said, it's open concept.
Well, you might have been in like the living room stuff because Alibroth and the king were downstairs watching the weaving stuff,
Yes.
which would presumably be where Brana is also.
Yeah.
He'll
Yes.
just happen to be upstairs in the only empty space.
Mm. That makes sense.
I'm just trying to figure out how likely it is that you get interrupted and by whom.
Oh, yeah, I would.
I think
The
probably
door
when
is
you come
downstairs,
back-
so.
Yeah, like you come back and
Just kind of sitting in this awkward moment.
Another awkward moment. Nope.
well, you probably, I don't know. Do you come back and clean right away? The stuff you got. Or?
Well, it doesn't take forever to set the traps, but you do have to wait to see if you catch anything. So it would probably be he's coming back because he's not gonna just hang out
Yep.
in a
You probably
frozen.
check them in the morning.
Yeah, I was
right?
gonna say
Like-
frozen forest all day.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
so probably around that time, probably Ronnie, and when you come back, the king goes with you, and you guys all go upstairs. You guys can continue to have a private conversation if you want, but at that point, it becomes very obvious that you're trying to have a private conversation.
Mm.
Not hiding.
Come in.
Ronnie.
Ronnie looks gorgeous. This nice little purple flush here
Oh.
from where his blood is closer to the surface because of the
Oh yeah.
cold.
Red blood, blue skin, purple flesh.
Yeah, and just looks unreasonably hot. Coming back. Alibroth, what are you doing?
I was doing the weaving thing. I wasn't around, so
Do you think you go upstairs with the king? Or are you like...
I thought I was doing the weaving thing.
You were.
The king was down
so
there,
was
too.
he.
Yeah.
And then eventually, like, when Ronnie came back in, he went back upstairs.
Yeah, Ronnie and Bridget came back, and then the king went upstairs whenever we did.
Oh, okay. I thought we were still weaving. Sorry. I thought I wasn't privy to anything that was going
You
on.
weren't until right now.
Okay.
Oh,
Right
no.
now, you have the decision of, like, you can go back upstairs
Ronnie's-
with the king
Ronnie
and kind of
just
see what
doesn't
everyone
like
else is
being out in
doing.
the cold.
If
Yeah.
Do I notice them having their awkward
same.
conversation
They're
over in the corner?
If you go upstairs.
If you go upstairs, you
He's
definitely
technically
do.
from
Okay,
further north
um,
than Kaito, but he's coastal.
Yeah.
so
If I
it's
go
like-
upstairs and see they're doing that, I kind of go like, especially if Octavia's looking at me like that, I probably go like, I'm just gonna go back.
She's not
to
looking in any particular way. She kind of looks up and she actually smiles when you come in.
Yeah, I would imagine that Ronnie, whenever he came in, noticed that they were having a conversation that stalled out, and that's why he just does an awkward hi and then moves on.
Yeah, I'm going with that one. Just like, okay, we're just gonna
You're
keep-
like, I guess we're gonna go in the kitchen and start helping with dinner
I mean,
or
I'm gonna-
something.
like
I'm
the
gonna
Ninja
kind of
Turtles
give-
sneaking out during the argument in the first movie.
I'm just gonna kind of give Azra
Kitchen.
a shrug and he's like, okay, and then hang out with them.
The king's like, how was everyone's afternoon?
Cold.
Did you catch anything?
Don't know yet.
Did,
You gotta wait. Traps.
until when?
Well, we could ostensibly go back out there in like the dead of night, but we'll probably just wait till the morning.
What if they're cold? Nope, we're gonna kill them. Okay.
Yes. That'll be warm soon.
It's like, if they're cold, you put them over the fire.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like a pet situation, and it's no, we're gonna kill them and eat them. Okay. Yes.
To be
I
fair,
understand
bunnies
now.
do have fur coats.
They do. Yes.
You're thinking that Ronnie was out there in the cold for hours trying to help us catch pets?
Listen.
I'm listening.
I don't know.
So, Ronnie, on your way back in, you notice, like, there's a storm coming, like, a
Lost away.
Huh? Winter's
Nothing.
coming.
Two different references. We're okay.
Yeah, you notice that there's going to be a lot of snow. You feel pretty good about, like, the fact that you set the traps and you decide you probably, I don't know if you decide this, you might want to check them tonight as opposed to the morning because you think you're about to be snowed in.
Okay, yeah, whenever he remembers the weird turn in the weather that he was sensing earlier and looks out the window and sees some dark clouds, he's like, I might actually go back out there before that comes in. We're gonna get a storm tonight.
I'd like to accompany
Does
you.
that, so, but if it doesn't matter if they're comfortable, why?
Because I don't want to trudge through an extra several inches of snow.
To retrieve a
Okay.
trap end game. I'll join you for that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like cloak up.
And you see, like, as the speed of the storm is moving faster, actually, like, Bridget and Patrick both, like, put on coats and they're going to help you, like, divide and conquer to get to all of the traps.
Yeah, whenever it looks close enough that
You think it will be
It's-
here at, like, midnight, 2 in the morning, so you have time after it gets dark.
yeah,
to
I'm
check.
thinking that like 8 or 9, it's gonna be like dark, so the rabbits aren't gonna be out anymore. But it's gonna give us enough time to get out there, collect them, and get back. That's when he'll be like, "All right, let's go."
So, go ahead.
He didn't used to be able to see in the dark.
That's where we're going. So yeah, you get out there and it's like the cloud. It's a new moon anyway, and you're like, shit, I'm not gonna be able to see, and blah blah. And you get out there, and because you had the conversation with Octavia, like you actually notice like it does turn into kind of, it's more black and white. And at first, it's just the reflections off the snow, and you're like, yeah. That's normal. That's not anything new. And then you see like a little snow flurry like comes into the path as you get close to the tree line, and then with like this little like breeze kind of emanates from you and clears the path, and it's almost as if you can see the lines of the breeze kind of outlining and providing contrast where there wouldn't be any normally. And it's like your own little winter wonderland, and you're like, I can see, I can actually see. And you see movement where you wouldn't see movement before, and you see everything has kind of this nice little like backlight, and you can see very well for the first time in your life in the dark.
And Alabroth is with me, presumably.
Mm-hmm. Is it dark for
You
Alba?
don't know where the traps are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna follow it.
You don't have dark vision.
Nope, but I have light.
Yeah, so do you think you say anything to
Yeah. Hey, Alabroth.
Yes,
Turn the light off real quick.
I cast light on my shield.
No, turn it off.
I take light off of my shield.
You rub it off.
you
Just-
drop light, and as you do, you're like, yep, this is dark.
Okay,
You don't. What do you see?
I don't see anything. That's why I had light up.
Not at all.
I
Dragonborn
look.
don't have
Do I
dark
see
vision?
anything?
Make a perception check with disadvantage.
Dragonborn don't have dark
Okay,
vision?
well, crap. That's a 2. So, yeah,
It's real dark.
I see nothing.
You think there are trees in front of you.
Yeah.
You might just be.
Okay.
I can see.
That's quite beneficial for you.
Yeah.
Do you
no,
see anything? Wait, what do you see?
the stuff you would expect to see. You can turn your light back on.
Okay, I turned the light on because I was like, okay.
Yeah, you look around
Have you-
and nothing seems different to you.
Have you acquired dark vision of some sort?
I guess so. I didn't use.
I turned the lights off again. How many fingers am I holding up?
3.
He's like, no.
That checks
oh,
out.
wait, yes.
I haven't been able to see in the dark before. This is a new thing.
This is quite the accomplishment or ability that. Why did it just happen?
I don't know.
Oh, is this that puberty thing that you people go through?
Yeah.
Like the things happen and then you can see in the dark and things of that sort?
I mean,
Gone through a different puberty that
I
involved
I
other
went
things.
I went through puberty once before. This is a bit
Oh.
Your
different
face.
than
A
that.
second puberty.
I'll
Oh.
note that it only happens once. My fault.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, it happens once to humans.
once to
Dragonborn happened quickly.
Molt every year.
I wasn't expecting a second puberty.
So you
If
can
that's what that is.
now see in complete darkness. That's quite
Yeah,
a useful
there's-
ability.
That's new.
I kind of
Cool.
I reach down.
Insight check or survival or
Me?
nature.
I'm
Yeah.
reaching
Okay.
down and getting a snowball.
Hold on. I'm rolling a check.
I
What am I
approve
rolling?
of this. Insight or nature.
Okay.
I'm just going to help my friend test
Uh,
his new ability.
13.
You want to start a snowball fight.
No,
In the dark.
This is
something
merely
can't see.
academic.
You're bringing
Yeah,
a
you can't.
blind to a sight fight.
This is merely academic.
You don't know if it's from like your mom and if she has like the ability to do that, or if it's just part of being in air genasi and second puberty or whatever. But
Yeah.
like
He has no frame of reference for
you
this.
feel like maybe you feel connected to your mom in those moments. Like you don't know if she reached out or if it's just part of you being.
Yeah, like
Uh,
the same kind of thing when anything happens with the wind. It's like,
Yeah, it's like there's
notable.
she's here kind of somehow, but also maybe not. You feel a little bit less nervous about the prospect of meeting her one day.
As I'm packing my snowball, like how do you think your perception is with that? Just out of curiosity.
You see him clear as day, like he doesn't know where the snow starts, and he's just like fumbling around in the dark.
Okay, but
So I can
I
clearly
want to
see
get
he's
one.
building a snowball.
Oh well, I don't know that he can see me. So
Yeah, definitely. It's a good
okay, so do I get
test.
one together, or do I got to roll?
Yeah.
for it? Okay.
you can-
What,
I-
what
I
do I need
wonder
to
how-
roll to dodge this?
I wonder how good your like if you can see so well, if you could dodge something where it hurled at you, and you probably hear me go like, oh, sorry, the snow is getting to me,
Allergic to the snow.
and I'm going to fling this snowball
Dex
at
saving throw with advantage because you can see him making the
You
projectile.
can't see.
Zip!
Yeah.
And then, yeah, you make an attack roll.
okay.
What did you roll?
18.
Amazing.
You just watch it. It's like playing hide and seek with a toddler. It's like I saw every single thing about this.
So it just like flies past, probably a country mile
I'm
away.
impressed
Just
with
like-
the fact that like he made it aim in your general direction, but like, yeah, snowball to a sight fight isn't working well.
Boy, the snow is really coming in.
Sure.
Yeah, just it's clumping
Let's go get the trout.
unnaturally. Yes, let's go get the trout.
I think it didn't hit him, but you can't be sure because you can't see.
Well, clearly I didn't hear
Oh, no, he turned
I didn't hear
back
a
on.
path or like something of you son of a bitch, you throw a snowball at me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume that missed and just maybe he didn't see me do that, and I won't be paying for that little prank later on.
Ronnie will remember this.
Yeah. What is it? His opinion of you has changed.
So you guys go get the traps. There's a good amount of rabbits and stuff there because it's almost like foraging rules. You find a decent amount. You set them well, and yeah, you come back with like a good handful of rabbits apiece. As the storm starts to pick up,
We make it back in time, right?
yeah, you make it back. It's starting to snow. It's starting to snow very hard. And they're, Kian and Saoirse are like doing whatever they can. They bring a bunch of firewood in downstairs and they.
I'll help them do whatever.
Yeah, same.
you guys all start like the preparing kind of thing for it,
Yep.
and
Ezra's still on her phone.
I take care of the. I take care of the field dressing the animal. Well, actually, not field dressing the animals.
just ripping the skin off funny. It's so gross.
Are you sure you
Um,
want to do that, or would you like to leave that to Ronnie?
No, because
You can both field dress like
Yeah.
fairly decently, but yeah, it takes both of you. And they're looking around. They're like, it looks like it's going to be a couple of days probably that we'll have to be here. And is there anything else that happens that night for you guys? You just kind of like,
Just
lay out on that bedroll again, like flat out.
who has the sending stone from Jiro?
I think once we're all going to sleep,
Yeah.
I think somewhere around the time Azra's going to sleep is when the Death Ward spell would fall off, and she feels that happen, and she sort of like clutches her sheets a little tighter. That's all.
So sad. It's a little moment from her. So nothing of consequence happens that night. Do you do spirit guardians again, or you do?
I'm gonna. No, I cannot because I used it to do Death Ward.
Okay.
You still have one third level slot,
Huh?
or is it four?
So that's Spirit Guardians. What I use for the King is actually Guardian of Faith. Because that's an 8-hour. Spirit Guardians basically are my bouncers.
Gotcha.
We're gonna actually do like a time jump for a couple of days. So you guys are holed up a couple days. If you have anything specific you do, we can address that.
So several long rests.
Yeah, few long rests. As we roll roll an Arcana check. Arcana.
Ha!
Gotta get some new dice, man.
Yeah, dude. Like just
Yeah.
Freaking Will Wheaton
I'll do
over
an
here.
Arcana check. No, just kidding.
I mean, like the only other one
Test
who
that one.
can.
Would be nice.
I want to
Jeez.
say with
Yeah.
Okay, one example.
you have 3 of them actually because it's 3 days, 1 per day.
So that's.
I keep forgetting. I have fucking divination.
Oh yeah, you do. You have portent.
I wasn't gonna tell you that, but yes, I did.
But
think of
also,
it.
he did just roll a 19.
On that die. Well, this is gonna be high. 20, natural 20. See,
really.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm loyal to my die, and you made me waste a nat 20 just to prove a point. Take that back. Thank you very much. You're so sweet.
Why did you not use those 3 rolls though?
I actually think they're very middling, and I think I only get 2 portents right now.
Yeah, but you also
20.
just rolled a
You just
nat
rolled a
20, and I
natural
told
20.
You got 3 rolls, 1 for each day.
Oh, 1 for each day.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there's a nat 20 for day 2,
What about the 19?
and the 19 for day 3. We'll say.
Yeah. So, day
Thank you very much.
2, you're sitting there thinking, and you're like, if I wanted power, and all I wanted was power, what if this thing is destroying the books?
Sorry, I'm just thinking of the little nun from Elf going, "You're taking the books back," but it's the Obelix. I'm so sorry.
Like, you feel a deep fear that you didn't feel before because you knew there was one missing part. If this thing is absorbing the books and then getting rid of them, wouldn't it be the fountain of knowledge and maybe the only one that existed for some of that knowledge in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know what Azra does with that.
I don't think like that's a scary thought, but also we still can't solve the problem. Like, we still have to find a way to defeat the Oblex. If that's its plan, well, shit, you know? But also, she feels like, what's the point of capturing the students then, if that's its plan? Why doesn't it just, like, hole up and barricade and then destroy the books? Why is it still there, you know? Does it...
With an
I assume it
20,
can open up books and read, I assume. It wouldn't need students to do the reading for it, would it?
a
You don't
monster.
know. You also know that like it takes it not
It's pretty
very
good for
long
an
to
object.
absorb knowledge. So it's also just crazy efficient in some ways if it's knowledge it didn't have.
Yeah.
Um,
As knows a thing or two about that.
but also it adds additional stakes to the whole concept of they were talking about bringing in wizards from everywhere to help fight it. Like, what if they also contain knowledge that you can't commonly find? Do you guys need to do it without the help of the wizards? And Astraphus had asked you to think about it, and the more and more you think about it, the more you're like, I think it's trying to harness the Academy's arrogance and everything to being the sole source for a lot of this learning, and you start to feel like an urgency that wasn't there before, that maybe this does need to be addressed sooner rather than later. I don't know if she shares that with anybody.
I mean, because like we're here just to like protect the king right now.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't think it's her place to say what's a higher priority right now. But also, it doesn't. I don't know if it changes action because like I don't think we could take the Obelix on our own. And she was always saying, we don't need wizards, we need priests, we need clerics. So it's really still like
It's
like
still
those
a
are all
leading
possibilities of
game.
like what are the worst case scenarios, like if this goes bad. But like her game plan is still unchanged.
Cool. Well, you couldn't do anything
Not
in
gonna-
this storm anyway.
But you're also not going to mention that to anyone? You're not going to, like...
Why?
Okay.
On day 3, kind of the middle of the afternoon, you guys are all sitting there kind of like playing a card game or something. I don't know.
Oh no.
Yeah, you're sick of it. You've been holed up in the house for like 3 days, and
Actually, I think she would try to contact Astraphus to be like, hey, I just thought of this thing. Again, let's not do wizards, let's do priests. Just to make that point.
how does she
Stronger.
try and contact Astraphus?
I was wondering if maybe contacting the dude back in the city who was going to tell us when it was safe. Jira, yeah. Can we contact him, or is it only one way?
We got a stone.
Oh, the stone. Okay,
I
yeah.
have it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so she would probably try to get Jira
They're
to.
paired. Is
They are paired.
what Octavia found out.
She would probably try to contact Jira to talk to Astraphus about that.
We're not supposed to contact Jira.
Yeah, Jira
This
specifically.
is an
Maybe
in
this-
character
yeah.
thing.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Then yeah, in one probably on the Nat 20 day, maybe on the 19 day. Doesn't really matter. One of those days, Azra is going to go to Ronnie. Ronnie.
Azra.
Ah, you finally. I was waiting for so long for you to finally do it back. We should probably talk to the king about this first. I really need to get a message to Astraphus.
Are we close enough for message to work?
Not message. There is a higher level spell, but
Sending stones. Sending.
yes, the sending stones.
Do you have sending?
I don't. But if we're contacting, I know Jira said we should not reach out to him, but I don't. Does it matter if we're using the sending stones or using the spell sending? Perhaps sending stones. They're magical items. They could be monitored more easily than the spell.
Yeah.
Yes, you're right. I should go to. That's a good suggestion. Thank you. And Azra will instead go to algebra.
Algebra?
Yeah, it's been a while.
I didn't hear my
Algebra.
name. Anyway,
Are you gonna relay Tyranna what you're doing at all?
Well, I said I need to get a message to Astraphus.
Hey, Alabroth.
Yes.
We have a request.
Okay.
I need to get a message to Jira so that Jira can relay it to Astraphus. Could you do that for me with the sending spell?
We're not supposed to do that.
Not with the sending stone.
Yes.
I took that as we're not supposed to contact.
Would Azra know of any way that if you send something to somebody through the spell sending, could that be like intercepted, or would it really only be through like a
Hell,
stone?
I know that.
It could,
Oh, sure, yeah.
you know for sure that the sending stones emanate sound, and sending the spell does not. So.
And also, someone else could have the sending stone, whereas the spell sending always goes to the person you're addressing it to.
And sending stones, interestingly, don't require any kind of attunement. So.
Oh,
But
that
we
is interesting.
don't know the reasons we weren't supposed to contact. We could be taking a risk doing this.
I think it's a risk worth taking.
What message do you need to get to Jira?
Well, Astraphus needs to know that, like I was suggesting before we left, we should not be using wizards to confront the Oblex. I believe, based on a conversation with Siobhan that I had, made me think it could be a trap for wizards, more than it already is. I don't know exactly. It's a theory, but it could be that the Oblex's goal is not to find knowledge out here in the world, but to become the sole proprietor of knowledge in the Academy. In which case, exposing it to more wizards that know high-level restricted knowledge could pose a risk if those wizards fall under its grasp.
What do you need the message to say?
I need the message to tell. You need to say. The message that you sent to Jira should say, "Get this to Astraphus." Is there a word limit on sending?
Hang on.
Or is that just message?
25 words.
25.
25 words on sending. Okay.
Come on, Jester. Let's go.
Okay. Well.
I'd write it out if I were you.
Message to Astraphus. Oblex may be hoarding knowledge, shouldn't expose more wizards, bring in the priests. Like I said, I have more words to rub it. Damn it!
I can't fit damn it on the end of it. That's too many.
But I wanted to rub it in, but I don't have. If I restructured the
You
sentence,
could just
I
say
could.
you want to rub. Wait, that sounds awkward.
No, what's left is rub it.
Would
Perhaps
it
skip
not
the
be
little
obvious
jab.
that the Oblex is hoarding knowledge?
We already knew that.
We already know that. I think it might benefit to make it clear that you think it might specifically be a trap.
You didn't know it was hoarding knowledge. You knew it was.
We knew it was. We thought it was looking for something. This is different. We didn't think about how the Obelix is not looking for something specific. It's just trying to hold on to all knowledge and keep other people from having it.
So maybe like to Astraphus, suspect Oblex collecting knowledge, maybe trap for wizards.
We already know it's collecting knowledge. The hoarding, that's the important part. That it doesn't want anyone else to have
maybe
it.
hoarding.
Yeah.
Or suspect Obelix hoarding knowledge, maybe trap for wizards, bring in priests, and then maybe you'll have enough words to rub it in after that. If that's really necessary.
Let's go. Yes. I want him to know. I want him to.
First off, I have to send the message. So just drop off the. This is going to come from me. Please, I don't.
You're-
I won't communicate that.
Can we chop off more words to make sure that we get rub it in from Azra? Can we squeeze that in there somewhere?
Azra,
From Azra.
focus.
I told you
were-
so.
I
If it
am
was around,
focused
he's
on
gonna say, I
not-
was right would accomplish that.
But it has to be Azra was that same number of words.
Per Azra, I was right.
Thank you, my lord.
It's always fun to be right.
Do I have to do that?
The message is coming from Azra. At least you have attributed the responsibility for the unnecessary remarks.
You know,
There's
you
some
know,
components like
you don't leave it. I'm sure a man of his intelligence will remember that it was my suggestion in the first place, and he will apologize for dismissing the idea when I see him next.
I'm sure you'll cross that bridge as you're burning it.
Does-
I pull out the little piece of
I mean,
copper
you're at
wire.
14.
I have my suspicions, but Astrophis does know you well enough to know that you would convey that you were rubbing it in. Were you allowed to send it yourself?
Also, can
You know-
fit in more information, yet 14 words.
Does sending
14 words, just...
does sending capture the
Firefly
tone
response.
of your words?
13.
It's 14.
Is it 14?
It
It's
is
14.
Yeah, it will recognize you as a sinner and
It
Answer
will
in a
convey
manner-
his exact tone, yes.
yeah.
Okay, so could you say it like I was right?
Astrophis isn't hearing this, Jira is.
Fuck it. Yeah.
Go on. I'm kind of holding the wire like. You don't need to be a shit about it.
Okay. Well,
We are sending a warning.
vindicating myself. Really.
Changing my mind about helping her.
Is the king? Are you concerned that it will be destroying the knowledge as it obtains it to make sure it's the sole source?
That's a good thing to include if you think that.
Yeah, I hadn't mentioned it because Azra hasn't actually mentioned the books at any point.
No.
Yeah.
I hate it when other players have knowledge.
Yeah. That's a. Yes, I mean that would be how it is the sole exclusive.
That's not what hoarding
Holder of knowledge.
That's not
No,
what
what
hoarding
hoarding
means. Hoarding does not convey that
Okay, well,
it's being
Well,
destroyed.
it doesn't really change anything.
It does.
It does.
But you
It doesn't
were
change
right,
what we
does?
do.
It,
Yes.
It changes
The urgency
the
is
urgency with which
by a
Astrophis
lot.
would care. I mean, he'd care regardless, but I think the idea that the knowledge could be lost would be.
It's been in there for months. If the knowledge is like,
We haven't.
we're already too late. If that's the issue,
No.
By all means,
you don't think
give
6
up now.
months is enough time to destroy all of the books
You're
that it wants
giving
to?
up, though?
We
You're
were
giving up.
We were in
No,
there.
I just-
You
there were
don't
still
think it's
books in there.
important.
If it's destroying them, it's not doing it that fast. But the longer we wait, the more it could. If it is, write that down.
This is Alabroth, like, actually looking at Brana like,
Brana's just over there hand stitching.
Include what you want. We have the space.
Nobody is crafting this message. Everybody's trying to. And then
Message to
everybody
Astrophis. Suspect Oblex hoarding knowledge. Maybe trap for wizards, bring in priests. Maybe destroying books. Might want to put that other part before the other one.
Yeah, I think the maybe destroying books should cross the
Maybe-
part
maybe-
a little earlier.
Sorry, that was Cass.
Yeah. Message to Astrophis.
couldn't
Oblex.
tell.
Oblex. That's actually 2 words. Maybe, not maybe.
Not if you want to save a word.
You can make it work as 1 word. You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
you know how you felt when others were relying on you to, tell their future and everything.
Message
I
to
think I'm
Astrophis.
feeling a
Oblex
bit
may be
of that now.
destroying books to hoard the
Weird,
knowledge.
like deja vu, of, like weird
I
dreams.
truly
To
empathize.
hoard
with you.
knowledge. We can cut
Maybe
the
trap
D.
for
be
wizards.
inscrutable.
Bring
You
in
have my
clerics.
empathy, my friend.
Yes.
That's why I left.
Like I said. Like Azra said.
I'm
Absolutely,
considering
I'm
it.
not
It's
writing
cold
that down.
outside.
Okay.
I'm not going out there.
Message
What?
to Astrophus.
To whom it may concern.
To Astrophus.
The worst.
Oblex may be destroying books to hoard knowledge. Could also be trap for wizards. Bring in the priests, like Azra said.
For the first time,
Priests are clerics.
for the first time ever, y'all hear Alabama go,
Clerics or specific paladins could also be
Go
priests.
what?
Karsoch,
How about you?
which is
don't come in-
draconic for fuck.
Oh.
His tone is well conveyed, whether you speak Draconic or
Are
not.
we good?
Yes, that's the message. Press send.
I grab the wire and send the message. Verbatim to the last one
you.
received. Per my last
Exactly.
email.
Exactly.
I send the message and I wait.
Jira responds like immediately, which is weird. And is like, you hear him go,
Does he say,
yeah.
He's wasting words.
Amazing.
We will check. I will tell to look. It cannot be frequent messenger, but good idea sending via spell and not stone. Progress very soon.
I let them know that it was received and they are and he is working on it.
Okay.
Also, good idea to use sending and not the actual stone.
Was that you or Jira?
Huh?
With the thank you.
I'd say that Jira said that it was a good idea to use sending and not the stone.
Could you send another spell saying thanks, Jira?
No.
Can you send another sending spell?
I mean, I could, but I'm burning another spell slot.
Or have a
Could
needle.
you though?
What is it this time that could not have been included with the last one?
To Ember.
Oh,
Oh,
what
that's
would you like me to say, Dan?
Might be a good idea for her to go if she's not busy.
To Astrosis.
She's the most competent person that we've ever met.
Write your message. And exactly what you would like to convey.
She
And I will
starts out
send
to
it.
whom it may
To
concern.
whom it may concern.
If Ember is so powerful, why is she not dealing? What is she doing now?
She's trying to fix the court.
Is that what she's doing?
Not making us all feel
She's not
inadequate.
with the king because she's a liability. She draws attention.
But I think she went to the court to try and find the spy.
I think she's working
She's
on
looking for the
political
kids.
stuff.
She's looking for the kids.
Yeah,
So she's probably
survivalist. Kind
Yeah.
of.
yeah.
We have an extremely powerful warrior that is looking for. Okay.
Yes! If anyone was more capable of handling herself,
You think
it's
I was?
not.
You think I'm happy about the fact that she's not here? It's not my call,
She
but
couldn't team up with the king because, by nature of her species, she's constant danger to anybody she's with. That's why she travels solo so much.
yeah, but
What-
that doesn't come into Octavia's head.
What
comes
species
into
is,
Octavia's head is I want Ember to be here.
She's
Yeah.
a Kardashian. Cat star.
Yeah, we couldn't keep up with her.
My brain.
Sorry.
Hey!
No.
She,
Yes.
Not reward
It's
bad
the,
behavior.
Yes.
it's the only thing that I know about them is that that's what the show is called, and one of them's name is Kim, and that's about it.
There's other K names.
There's other K names,
There's
Adding
mostly
all my
K
knowledge
names.
up.
but like none of it's not ours though. None of them are named.
My child's
Cat or
name will be
Cat.
Kalistar Kardashian Michaels.
Oh, God.
No. Nobody will have a kid with you. If you're going to name that kid that.
Anyway.
You would want to have a kid with you. Would have a kid. What do you say to Ember?
I'm writing it down.
I made a Muppet.
Only because this is a weird moment. I can't think of anything else that would happen at the same time while she was writing it down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm
we're all
not
just
trying to
sitting
put
here
pressure on
watching
you,
her.
but yeah,
Alright.
everybody's like,
Would you like to go see the loom?
Yes. What is a loom?
Oh yes, just leave me here to be everyone's communication device.
I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Let's go.
I all go.
I take Ronnie
The
downstairs.
one person that would have the empathy for this situation.
Yeah.
He take Ronnie downstairs and I show him the loom device.
The loom.
It's pretty cool. Like,
The loom is our master.
The loom chooses who
you're
will go
like,
and who
how
will
would
stay.
this work with furs? It doesn't.
And I walk over and say, here, this is how it works. You take this little device that's got the string on it.
What's it called?
I don't remember the device. Huh?
I think it's a shuttle.
It's called a shuttle. You slide it through, and then you pull this bar down.
Ember made a Strophus.
You just had to flex on her like that. It's so wrong.
No, I want her
I know what it's called.
We had to balance
Why don't
before we
you?
got there.
Yeah.
And now that it's changed, you slide it back through.
Because as we're
And
still
as it
had not
goes, you
been
get
in.
a piece of
What?
it.
Okay.
Okay, as you demonstrate,
wild.
he's going
That's
to
wild,
walk
but it is
around
accurate.
the loom and see
Make
it
it
from
like the same
several
person.
different angles.
You've never seen Azra and Ember in the same room, have you?
He can.
I feel like the conversation would have gone differently.
You can start to see that like the uneven dye job with what comes with hand dyed wool sometimes. Like it starts to make like a
all
little
wool is heathered.
Yeah, it's
Or
like-
hand dyed. 'Cause
like a little bit of a heathered pattern is showing up in the fabric.
Can I try?
Oh, certainly.
Okay. Explain it.
Alright. You take the shuttle,
Okay.
you set it on top of, or you set it in the center,
Mm-hmm.
and you slide it through. And you catch it. You pull it, and then you pull this bar, pull it down, and now it is set for you to slide
Back
it back
across?
through.
Okay.
And you lift the bar back up, and you just keep going.
That's amazing.
Is Ronnie mesmerized?
Yes.
it's one of those things that, like, the longer you do it, probably the more boring it would be. But at first, like, it's so interesting. Like, and it's so satisfying to watch the thing and hear the noise.
And like watch it build.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I imagine this could get a little bit mind numbing, but it's very cool.
It can. My dad can make all these beautiful patterns in the fabric. That's how we usually get like cloaks that have special patterns on them. Sometimes he'll weave those in, and if they're too delicate, then we'll hand stitch them.
I didn't. How do you? How do you make a pattern?
Very careful planning with the yarn.
Fair enough.
Says exactly 25 words. Obelix, more dangerous than thought. If you can, maybe go. They need a guide. Astrophis is contact in non-magic room. Being transparent. Being grateful. Which was the end of her first note to me.
I know, I saw you take it out. I was like, oh.
Send it.
Is
And
that when you feel better about sending?
burn another spell slot and send. I'll let you know when she responds.
A few minutes later, she's like, she says, there is progress. Believe King's sons to be alive. My work done here. Meet you in Strassus.
Let them know her investigation is going well. She believes the children are alive. She will meet us at Strassus.
Are we going to Strassus?
Wait, no, she just.
No.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
Oh,
You don't know if she knows that you're with the king or anything.
Yeah.
we're not going anywhere until Jira gives us the okay.
Maybe a different day we can let her know that we're lying
It'll take her time to
low
get
out
there.
of town.
Oh yeah.
How long
We've
would
come
it
back
take
upstairs
us to
right now.
get to? Wow, that's right. It took us about
What?
2 days. Not
2
long,
days. Yeah.
What level of intellect do you feel Ember has? Like, in terms of being preyed upon by an Oblex? Because I feel she's very...
asked me that 10 minutes ago. She's books aren't, it's not the books, it's the knowing people. And
I feel like that's
different.
not... That's why I'm asking, because I'm like, she seems very wise, but I don't know... I don't know about the...
How much secret and/or guarded knowledge does Ember know?
I have no answer to that. I have no idea.
She's probably fine.
That doesn't seem like a... That's probably fine. More like a unknown... If we don't know, then we don't know. It could be a big
be a
problem, or it could not be a problem at all.
You guys have no idea, like, what this situation is. You know, you were the only one targeted last time, but you have no way of knowing if that would continue to be the case.
And you're aware of the intelligence of the people around you.
It might be safe to assume that if you use your fists to punch the Oblex, it doesn't think you're smart enough to...
Suck your brain out through your nose.
Yes.
Fair enough.
The next day, because it's towards the end of day 2.
So long rest.
Maybe I need to transition to Eldritch
Cool.
Knight. And then I could hack at it, and maybe it would think I'm less of a target. Know what I mean?
You want to change classes?
Just subclasses.
Eldritch Knight is
Oh no, it's a fighter
it's a
subclass.
fighter subclass, yeah.
Yeah,
Day 3.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys don't get a lot of sleep that night. You have very vague dreams of things that could be easily informed by what was happening or not, and it's hard to say, but you have dreams of the library and walking in and it being like a ghost town and just being like creepy and dark and empty, and but it also incorporates real life elements, things you do know about, like I assume that Ronnie can see in the dark now has come up, and you think probably you told.
well, Alabroth has a big mouth, so probably.
Yeah.
Excuse
So, like,
you.
stuff like that just are kind of in it, and you don't know. It feels different, but you don't know if it's not prophetic. You don't know if it is. And I will say that you have dreams of, like, there being, like, bonfires in the library, and you already know that doesn't make sense because it doesn't like fire. So
Yeah.
you're just kind of, like, very confused about what it means. But it's the first, I don't know how Brana feels about, like, at least it feels like there's a reaching out happening kind of
Yeah.
again. But yeah, just as confusing as ever in that sense.
He's fondly annoyed.
Yeah. It could be just deathly silence. So the next day, actually kind of pretty close to the morning, about 9 o'clock in the morning, the sending stone for flavor from now on, it does light up for a second before it actually gets a message, and
Like a restaurant telling you your table's ready.
It's
That would actually-
so loud too. Just a bunch.
If it also vibrates, that would be good,
This
because
is not. Yeah.
Well, I wanted it to.
And you hear the voice of Astrophus come from the stone.
the Jira Stone?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. Okay, what's he saying?
He says, 30% of the books are gone. You were right. We're going to do something very soon. King is not cleared yet. Will you come?
King
And
is
we're
not,
gonna cut off right there. King
Alright.
is not cleared.
will you come?
Will you come?
Ah.
Oh no.
Wait, just you?
I mean, the message was sent to us, so maybe he meant
Yeah,
like,
it wasn't-
will the party come but leave the king, maybe?
Ooh.
Or maybe will the party come with the
Ooh.
king even though it's not
No, no.
safe?
No, don't.
No,
go.
no. King not
You
clear.
guys will have to figure that
Oh,
out.
God.
Yeah.
That is it for this time. Thank you for hanging with us on this kind of housekeeping episode a little bit. And join us. I don't know what next time because it'd be like
It'll
right
be-
up against. So
Our normal time would be Christmas Eve.
yeah, that's what I thought.
So-
We're gonna take next.
Okay, so we're doing
session
Christmas
off.
Eve.
Can't think of a more festive celebration of Christmas and
I
holidays.
would too, except I think my brother might be here for. We might do Christmas on Christmas Eve. I don't know. Stay tuned for our next session, and when it is, we'll put it on socials and stuff. Thank you for joining us. Have a happy holiday, and as I like to say, not all of us, you guys leveled up.
Oh!
Yay! And as we all like to say around here, keep
on nerding.
I went back and figured.